sticking with who they are looking after with today, with Artie picking
Bayswater
Bayswater
Not so, Bayswater today.
Well, I think he can go Ben Waterworth to take us away with Division 2 match of the day, Donvale-Bayswater.
Certainly looking forward to this one as Nevins went up in the ruck, wasn't able to quite get a clear possession. It's Donvale going forward. Look at the Foss, Jason Wade pick it up. Oh, it's like he's playing his younger days. Well done though, good smother though by the Waters. Ball's at true centre wing position here on the outer side, and a ball up will be taken. Play the opening minutes here in this match. I'm looking forward to seeing how this one, of course, brought to you by the EFL mobile web app. Go to m.efl.org.au to get the latest information and news to the Eastern Football League. Umpires put out a free kick, will be going the way of the Waters. Winterson had a kick forward, but the umpire said he need to come back over the mark and take the free kick. Will be going the way of not Dave Burmeister, going the way of McLeod. Only his second match for season 2012. His kick was smothered by the man wearing the number 9 dots in Jason Casey, and the Donvale have it true centre wing position. Little hand pass comes out over the top. Burmeister was there, got a hand pass to Joel Galvin, back to Hanley. Hanley's just grabbing a kick forward, and the mark's being taken by Jordan Kruger at half back. He looked to bring it inboard now. Dangerous kick, but went through the hands of Joel Galvin. It might work out here for Kenau. Hand pass further afield and kicked off the ground towards the Twin Towers in Purcell and Murphy, but well done by Leach. He got the kick out of defensive 50, but straight to Donvale. They'll look to go inside 50 here.
So it's Trotter, moves it on very quickly. Jason Casey just outside 50, unleashes on the left boot, but he pushes it wide, out of bounds on the full is the result. We've got a couple of minutes here in the first term. Neither side yet to score. So the ball's deep in the Bayswater back pocket. So just the umpire calling the player back to kick over the man on the mark. So Handley switches the play. It was a safe kick. Ball in the opposite back pocket now. Bayswater try to square the ball up across centre half back. That was okay. Good handball off that time there by McGilvray Smith. He had a player running out wide, and now they're pushing the ball to the outer wing and moving it back into the middle of the ground where a good mark's been taken by Burmeister. He had players running, but he had time just to go back and kick it long up towards the half forward line. Nearly a free kick paid ball. Comes down to the bottom of the pack and with the kick up towards the half forward line, but chopping off and taking a good mark is Kenau. He kicks it up towards even further inside 50, looking for Hutton, comes out, fisted away and over the boundary line and out of bounds. So we'll have a boundary throw in 45 metres out from goal as it's down Donvale's end. We'll cross down boundary side for the first time this afternoon to Arthur Hall.
Yeah, Benny, I just want to give you the bench numbers for Bayswater. It's 18 Carlos, 24 Hall, 36 Jackson, and Jesse Field, who normally plays in 60, but he's been playing in 20 today.
Thank you very much, Artie Hall, for that update. Jesse Hall in number 20 today. Ball still in Donvale's forward 50, but no one able to quite take clean possession. Looks like Sean Leach has the job on Jack Purcell. Big Jack looking a little bit more solid than what we probably saw him a couple of years ago, and he's looking very nice as well as Nevins gets the tap out for Bayswater to Donvale. Casey gets the handball back, and Donvale will look to reload inside forward 50. Players just struggling with the skills at the moment. Kick inside 50 to that man, and Purcell comes out and takes the mark directly in front, 30 metres out, and will look to put through Donvale's first goal for the day and the first goal for the entire game. And if he's up and about, Jack Purcell, he's hard to stop, Dan Senchik.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. And a lot of Donvale's inside 50s early in this game have come through Bayswater's errant disposal. They've coughed it up a couple of times up the ground, and Donvale just sent it straight back in.
So Purcell, so far this season, has kicked 33 goals. This for his 34th. He likes it off the boot. Oh, look at the celebration from Jack. He liked that one, and so did his teammates. And Donvale get the first goal on the board with 3.5 minutes gone on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. Donvale 1 straight 6. Bayswater yet to score. And we have gone 3.5 minutes. Dan, exactly the start that Donvale would have wanted.
Well, in these conditions, it's all about hitting targets. And as I said, Bayswater haven't hit a target 2 or 3 times, and Donvale have taken that with both hands and sent it forward again. Unlucky not to have kicked another couple of goals, but look, Donvale are on fire early.
So it's the home side who's got up early in this piece. Knocked down that time there by Nevins, trying to push the ball forward for Bayswater. Chapped up in the tackle was Galvin. He was quickly tackled. Kick up towards the half-forward line for Donvale. That was good. Jason Wade in the front spot. He wants to move the ball onwards. He does so now inside forward 50, looking for the lead of Murphy. Chopped off there by Hanley, but he couldn't quite hold on to it. Going in hard there was Tim Hutton. The umpire's going to come in and bounce it. So good pressure by both sides, forwards and backs, just to hold that ball in there. Nobody giving an inch, and we'll have a bounce about 40 metres out from the Donvale goals. Bayswater looking to clear it now. Handball came out to Schroeder, sized it up on the left foot, kicked it out towards the wing position. Overrunning the ball there was Walton, and now Donvale are going to rebound. They've got players inside 50 if they can just spot up Hutton, but chopping off and taking a good mark with Sam Nevins at one of the last lines of defence. He goes backwards now. Handley takes the mark in the goal square. He's got players leading out towards the back pocket. That was a good pass too, and a good mark taken there by Russell Coombe. Wants to go on with it now. Plays on, kick up towards the wing position. Pack forms. Donvale, they've got the numbers at the bottom. Can the handball screw out to Casey? Kick around the body inside forward 50. Purcell's there, but just falling in the right spot at the right time was Ryan Handley, and he's going to look to clear for the Waters.
Handley's got it off half-back. He goes out towards half-back now, and it's Galvin, but he had a man behind him. He wasn't quite tackled properly. He was able to get a hand pass off in the end. Schroeder back to Joel Galvin. He now goes further back to Truson half-back, taken here by Sam Nevins, the big man. Wheels onto the right foot, looking there for Russell Coombe, but to no avail, and Donvale have the numbers. Short chipping ball is good. Mark taken by David Di Stefano. He's at Truson half-forward. Looks for Purcell. Well done, though, by the Bayswater defenders, corralling the ball towards the pocket. Well done, though, by Purcell. He takes the ball. He dodges one. He dodges two. Checks on around the body from Purcell's just off to the near side. That would have been a beauty. That would have been his second and Donvale's second. And it's through for a minor score. Donvale 1-1-7. Bayswater yet to score. Almost 6 minutes gone on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. EFL Gameday. All thanks to the EFL mobile web app.
It's really interesting to see then that Handley keeps on getting across to help his man leach out on Jack Purcell, but fantastic effort there by Purcell to register a score.
Well, the kick in, it found Schroeder. Wants to move it back to Handley, who was the player who kicked it in. Now they're going to switch the play out to the far side of the ground. So that's okay because they've got players back there. Kick up towards the middle now, a sloppy pass too, and chopping off and taking a good mark was Kruger for Donvale. So he's got a centre wing position. Kick up towards the Murphy direction. He's in there. Good fly. Second bite taken by Jordan Kruger, and the umpire's going to pay it too. So no, it actually wasn't Kruger. It was David Di Stefano. Player who took the mark just outside 50 shortly, and he's got players on too, and a good mark has been taken by Ancona.
Oh no, sorry, it's been taken by Carl Tochi.
So Tochi, he's a pretty impressive player, this young man. Only back in the side, so he'll be looking to make an early impact. Been a good player all year as well. So from the about 40 metres out from goal, kick goes on target too. Is it going to get over the line? I think it may have just got there. That's a second goal on the board to the home side. Donvale on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard moved to 2-1-13 as we pass the 8-minute mark. Bayswater are yet to score, and that was a great goal there by Carl Tochi. Daniel Sensi.
Absolutely fantastic effort there. The angle wasn't superb, but he guided it through and absolutely brilliant. Got to get the pressure, scoreboard pressure on the board early to make Bayswater a bit nervous.
In conditions like this, it is vital to get off to a good start, and Donvale have come to play. The ball has barely gone in Bayswater's forward half in the opening 7 minutes on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. Bayswater get the knockdown here through Nevins. Ball, players continue now, but ball comes out towards Donvale's advantage. Handball came off from Nick Murphy and goes up towards the half-forward area. Hutton over his head. Handley was in position A, knocked it towards a teammate's advantage. He's still going here, Ryan Handley, on that outer side, under a little bit of pressure from Hutton. He goes back to Coombe. Coombe dodges one, then dodges two, did it very nicely as well. Goes out towards Galvin. He waited for the ball nicely and took a strong mark. He wants to play on quickly, but well done by the Donvale defence. They hold him up. Galvin's kick up towards the full forward area, but it's all Donvale at the back. They'll be able to work it out here from half back. At the numbers, handball come out, and they'll come off half back now with the Pies. Up towards Hutton again and Handley. Through the legs of Handley that time, and a heap of players converge on the footy from both teams. Will the umpire pray free kick? Hutton's over it for Donvale, and we will see a ball up on the outer side. We've played 8.5 minutes on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. Donvale 2-1-13. Bayswater yet to score. Ball up. Nevins got it down. Galvin's at the back of the Joel variety, but still with the numbers. Schroeder trying to pull that back. The pressure from Donvale is quite easy to notice. Galvin of the Joel variety appealing for a free kick, but it's no avail. We'll have a secondary ball up.
The pressure there from Donvale is absolutely immense. I mean, every single time a Bayswater player gets the ball, Donvale's always got 2 or 3 men at the full.
Nevins, give that one to him again. Got it down to Schroeder. Handball off to Joel Galvin. Plenty of ball early for him. His left foot kick was a little rush, but it might work out okay. Great tackle landed there for the Pies by Zach Tarr, and he's earned himself a free kick as well. And he's got a player free inside 50. He now goes looking for Murphy, but the kick was poor. Bayswater had the numbers at the back, and they'll look to rebound 50 from defence here, and they lead by 13 points to Donvale.
So it'll be Mitch Galvin from half-back, kicks it up towards the wing position. That was all right. Bayswater, they had the spread, and now they look towards the middle of the ground. Winterton was the target, but the spoil was put on. Hutton put his body on the line in and under, and giving away a free kick was Aaron Walter. So the free kick will go to Simon DiStefano now. He's on centre wing position, waiting for the targets of Murphy and Purcell to make the lead. He goes towards the Purcell direction. Now it's a one-on-one situation. Nicely fisted away there by Leach. It goes towards the boundary line. Snap around in the body by Wade to the top of the goal square. It was spilled then by Mitch Galvin, but they rushed it over the line and the safety of it. So a minor score is the result. It's Donvale doing all the scoring on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. 2-2-14. Bayswater yet to score.
Jason Wade is a Foss, but I tell you what, he's playing like a 20-year-old at the moment. The way he's picking the ball up below his knees. Friendly gamer for Donvale, certainly doing some fine work so far at the start of this game. Just keeping the pressure on as Bayswater go out, but it's a dangerous kick, and Donvale have the numbers. Kick forward towards that man, as if on cue. Jason Wade below his knees, picked it up nicely, tried to shrug a tackle off. Nice tackle there from Combe. Bayswater have the numbers at the back. The clearing kick is dangerous. Donvale have the numbers here. Picked up by Culinary. This way, then that way. Centering ball is dangerous. Leach was there. Purcell runs in, snaps around the body. He's got two. Donvale have three. What a start for the Pies, and on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard, just under 11 minutes gone. Donvale have got off to a great start. 3-2-20 the Pies. Bayswater yet to score. It is all Donvale at the moment. Daniel Senchik.
Absolutely brilliant effort there by Donvale to pressure the Bayswater ball carrier into coughing the footy up. Brilliant work there. He's absolutely... Jack Purcell's been absolutely fantastic early.
It's crossed down boundary side thanks to Akira Urgent Care to Artie Hall. No, he's not ready for us down there, Artie. The ball's back in the middle. I thought we were doing some secret signalling there. Just don't look at me, speak down the microphone. Ball comes up, Nevin's got the knockdown. Pack forms. It's in the mud pitch, and we'll have a bounce in the middle of the ground. So 3 goals, 2-20 is the score. The home side have got the early jump. That's exactly what they were after this afternoon. The ball comes down, trying to trap at that time was McGilvray-Smith. He paddles it to his advantage. David DiStefano got down low. He could have nearly received a free kick. The umpire said no, we'll have a bounce. Just inside the centre square that has been pushed towards the benches out here at Donvale Reserve, just to alleviate some of that mud in the middle of the ground. Ball spills out that time. DiStefano on hands and knees will have another restart.
Looks like Mitch Galvin's got the job on Nick Murphy today. Mitch Galvin, I think, used to play forward over the past couple of years, but he's gone down defence this year and doing a good job.
So the umpire throws it up. It was Keno versus Nevins. Nevins got the knockdown. Once again in the middle of the ground, kicked off the ground, and there by McGilvray-Smith. Didn't go anywhere. It stopped in the mud on that outer side. A free kick's going to be paid, and it's going to go against Matty Hayhurst. That's 2 he's given away in the last 5 minutes. He won't be happy about that. The kick for Donvale, though, goes up towards the half-forward line. It was a 2-on-1 situation over the back of the pack. A kick going to go on for goal, and it's going to go through 2. You would expect 2. What a great kick that was by Carl Tochi. It's 2 for him. It's 2 for Purcell, and the forwards for Donvale on fire early here in the first term. And on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard, Donvale scoot away now, Daniel Sensick. 4 goals, 2-26, and Bayswater still yet to score.
Oh, Carl Tochi's been fantastic in this opening 12 or so minutes of play. He's always been there to take his opportunity when he gets it, and really makes Bayswater pay on the scoreboard.
The lattes are flowing in the Donvale club rooms at the moment, and the support is high, and why wouldn't it be? Because Donvale are 26-0 at the moment. Ball back in the middle. Nevin's got the tap down, but straight down to Culinary. He was immediately set upon by Dave Burmeister, and will have a secondary ball up in the middle of Donvale Reserve. Played out just over 13 minutes here on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. All the Pies, they've come to play. They know how important this game is. Ball now goes out towards the half-forward area for Donvale. Great pressure applied there from Jaden Murphy. Pick up towards true centre wing position. No one able to quite take it cleanly. Bayswater have the numbers. Culinary laid the tackle, but a quick kick comes out there for Bayswater to number 20. I don't think we have him on our team list at the moment.
Thanks, Artie.
Ball lands in the slot, and it comes out now to David Burmeister.
Yeah, that's Field, was number 60,
That's
boys.
right, thank you very much, Artie. It is Jesse Field, you were right. Kick up there from Burmeister up towards half forward. No one able to quite take clean possession. And we're going to see a ball up about 50 metres out from the Bayswater goal. They just need this quick reply, because at the moment it is all Donvale. Ball back in the middle. quick kick comes out from the Waters. A dribbling kick towards Brent Jane. Used his body well.
Oh,
very
clever.
nicely done. Oh, he's a class player, Brent Jane. And he's put it through for a very, very nice goal. And that is Bayswater's first. They desperately needed that. Bayswater 1 straight 6. Donvale 4-2, 26. 20 points is the margin. 14.5 minutes gone on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. Great goal from Brent Jane there, Dan.
Oh, absolutely brilliant work. Brent Jane, traditionally maybe a defender, knows how to use his body in those one-on-one contests and knows instinctively what the defender's going to do. He played that one absolutely beautifully.
So 20 points is now the margin. Donvale getting off to a great start here, but Bayswater, well, they'll be happy with that last goal. Let's see if they can get a couple in a row as the ball's back in the middle now. Who's going to go up and win this one? That time it was Keno. Got it up towards the half-forward line for Donvale now. First to meet it at ground level. Oh, they've got players just scooting around the pack here. The kick's going to go up towards the top of the goal square. It may even go through. Purcell's got the sit. Going against it, went through his arms, but he's going to have a second go at it. Clever play on the left boot too, and a great mark has been taken. Oh, they're going to keep moving the ball along too, and a mark has been taken by the big ruckman, Andrew Pettigrove, at about 55 metres out from goal. He's got players streaming forward in Jake Trotter, if you can see him in the pocket. Doesn't want to do it. We're going to give the ball away now. The long kick from outside 50 goes pushed out to the right-hand side, so minor score is the result. Donvale, they're moving the ball quickly, and they move on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard to 4 goals, 3 at 27, 21 points ahead of Bayswater, who are 1 straight 6.
Carl Tochik putting that behind through. He's certainly lively earlier, as are the Pies. Ball might work out okay here for Donvale. Leading in the race there was Jones, but a kicked further afield for the Waters. Burmeister runs onto it now, kicks up towards Jane. He used his body well just beforehand. Can he do it again? He goes to Hayhurst, kicked off the ground to towards the Vale, kicked off the ground again. Right in the goal square here for Bayswater, kicked off the ground again. I think that's by Galvin. I'll try and rush it behind here through Donvale, and they do. Gee, that was desperate stuff there. A little bit of soccer style work. And it is 4-3-27 Donvale. Bayswater 1-1-7, 16.5 minutes gone on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. Let's cross down to our boundary riders. Thanks to Akira Urgent Care, just letting you know, boys, I've got umbrellas if you need them.
I was just about to say, it's starting to rain here, and if you look behind the commentary area, it's black as a dog's guts, boys.
About 50 metres out from goal, Bayswater's end. Once again, Hayhurst giving away a free kick, and it'll go the way of Wade across the half-back line now. He's going to push the ball out towards the wing position. The lead out there was by Pettigrove. It's very wet. The rain's coming down now. The handball over the top, found down Kona. He's going to drive the ball up towards the centre half forward position. Who's going to stand tall and take this one over the back of the pack? Mitch Galvin in the long sleeves this afternoon takes a nice safe mark. Finds his teammate. I think that was Carlos. Gives a hand off now. Kick up towards the half-back line. It's okay. Gardam takes it. Got players streaming out even further wide if he wants him in Leach. Well, he went that way. There was 2 options there. Cunningham was there. Leach took the mark. He goes short. Driving rain now in the middle of the ground. Leach with the old 1-2. That was good play from Russell Coombe. He's been alive early to get the ball moving and kick it up towards half forward. Mark taken by Jackson. He's going to go for the Jane direction. And why wouldn't you over the back of the pack, Galvin? Got a handle on it. Players form and will have a bounce about 45 metres, 50 metres out from the Bayswater goals. They are peppering. They kicked 1-1-7 on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. They're still trailing Donvale 4-3-27. 18 minutes gone. The umpire knocks it down now. Donvale will be looking to clear, and their kick goes out wide now. It's going to be a one-on-one situation. McGilvray-Smith stands tall for Bayswater and takes a good mark. He'll want to move it on quickly, you would expect. Kicking to the middle of the ground was a little bit of a grubber. Then Keno picked it up for Donvale, and now the Magpies are away. The handball went into no man's land. Waite's got to be clever to pick it up. He handballed it over the top to Tim Hutton, put himself under a lot of pressure, pretty much threw it out the side. So Donvale keep on moving it up towards the half-forward line. The kick went further afield. It was intended for Tawney. It goes up towards Purcell, who kicked it back towards the Tawney direction. Coming in hard was Murphy for Bayswater. Well done by Tawney just to scoop it out towards the boundary line. The ball's still in play. This is terrific bit of effort by both sides here. Eventually run over the boundary line by Coombe and Ancona, but it's getting pretty fiery here out at Donvale Reserve. Just in front of us here, everyone's moving towards the shelter. This is what we feared for the whole afternoon. It comes down to McGilvray-Smith. He's been good. He's got the safety of it to kick the ball out. Wade tried to trap it, then he did. Kicks it inside 50. He's going to go deep. This is towards the Purcell direction. Nearly took a terrific one-hander at the fall of the pack. He's going to get another go at it. How many goes can he get, Purcell? He squeezed this one through, and that's his 3rd on the board. Donvale are away out here at Donvale Reserve. Have a look at that driving rain. It is coming down. And on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard, Donvale moved to 5 goals, 333. The visitors, Bayswater, 117. We've gone 20 minutes now in the first term.
Oh, it's going to be very hard for Bayswater from here to get back, especially in the driving rain. But that goal there from Jack Purcell, absolutely brilliant stuff. Rain, hail or shine, he knows where the goals are. But his teammates really did all the hard work there, getting in the grunt work, feeding the ball out to him.
To our Akira Urgent Care boundary riders, you are more than welcome to come inside. I've got umbrellas for you, so more than welcome to come in unless you want to guts it out like a draw.
Not at this point, boys. It's water, not acid.
He's not a small boy, Artie Hall. So Donvale have got the jump, 5-3-33 to Bayswater, 1-1-7 on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. You just wonder, with this 4.5 goal buffer that Donvale have got so far, is it enough already? I don't know if a lot of scores are going to be happening throughout the rest of the day. So you never know. This could almost be a winning lead already for the Pies. Ball back in the middle. It'll be Nevins and Pettigrove. No clear winner there. Pettigrove get it out. Well done by the big man. He gets a hand pass off. Little on the ground handball. And then the slot there. Back to Pettigrove. He now goes up towards that man in Trotter. Oh, nice mark. Almost there by Hutton, I should say. Ball still alive. Tochi did it all right. Left foot kick around the body towards the hot spot, but a mark's been taken by Mitch Galvin. He looked to bring it out towards the outer side. Kick was good. Juggling mark taken by the Waters on the outer side. McLeod at left half back. Umpire calls into play on now on the left foot. Goes up towards true centre wing position. Who's going to be there? And it looks like a mark's been taken by the Pies. So they'll look to reload. True centre wing position on the outer side. Donvale 5-3-33. Leading the Waters 1-1-7. Beautiful kick up towards the half-forward line. Liardi takes the mark. He's too far out to score. But he's got the lead now of Purcell. He's in position A. He used his body well. He dropped the mark. He put a good contest in there with Leach. The ball goes over the boundary line and out of bounds, right forward pocket. 21 minutes gone. Bendigo Bank scoreboard. It's the Pies 5-3-33. Leading the Waters 1-1-7 all on EFL Gameday. All thanks to the EFL mobile web app. m.efl.org.au is the way to go. Waters have the ball at ground level. Big Chief Ben Tawney. Geez, he laid a bit of an interesting tackle there. He's given away a free kick. And the Waters will come out of defence in their back pocket.
So Mitch Galvin is to go short. They probably need to have a bit of fast flowing play, Bayswater, in the last couple of minutes of this quarter. They need to get a bit of a run on. 4 goals in these conditions. The prime kick went up towards McGilvray-Smith. It went past him, and now running through was Burmeister. Linked up well with the handball, but the kick was a grubber up towards the half-forward line. Charging out was Fenwick for Donvale. Also was Bell. He wanted to see it over the boundary line, and over it went. So about just forward for Bayswater out here at Donvale Reserve. It's on the outer side of the ground. Got a 26-point margin out here. The home side leader, Pettigrove, worked his way to the front spot, knocked it down on hands and knees. Casey's going to give away a free kick to Burmeister, who wanted to go away with it, but the umpire said it's actually not your free kick, David, and he had to bring it back. So Bayswater reload once again, go inside forward 50, coming out, charging. That time was Jesse Field, broke the tackle, nearly could have copped a high one. Hands and knees, Jane's in there, paddled it out right near that scoreboard. And over the boundary line, out of bounds, it goes with Simon DeStefano, who was pretty happy to see it over there. They're 26 points up. We've gone 23.5 minutes here in the first term. Pye's going to throw it up now. Pettigrove from over the back, got the knockdown. It's right near that boundary line on the outside. The umpire might pluck out a free kick here. It's going to go to Donvale. Not too sure what that one was for, Daniel Sensic.
I didn't see it. I'm pretty sure it would have been for a high tackle, though, in these conditions.
Yep. So DeStefano. I think it's Tolchi, actually, who's just been everywhere in this first term. In the back pocket now, kicks the ball into the middle of the ground. They've got players running if they can just hold on to it. That was okay there by Jones to get the handball back. The kick goes up towards the half-forward line. Hutton's there in position A. Knocked away from him by Handley. He's been clever already in this first term for Bayswater. Galvin comes in. Hutton goes for the second time. The umpire's going to come over and bounce it. Wade was there, and he's a sneaky player. So we'll have a bounce about 55 metres out from the Donvale goals. We've gone 25 minutes now now in this first term. The umpire throws it aloft. It came straight down into the arms of Cunningham, who wanted the safety of the boundary line and just got it on his boot and dumped it away. Liardi, who's come alive in the last couple of minutes, got down to ground level. He was wrapped up by Galvin. The umpire said we'll have a bounce right near the EFL footy sign, right near the Trojan Tool sign on the outer side of the ground, where we'll have a bounce. 26 points is the margin. 25 minutes gone. Donvale in front.
Of course, Mark Freeman putting those signs up this morning. Good on you, Freezer. As ball goes over the boundary line and out of bounds. Dyson Baker.
Speaking of Mark Freeman, South Croydon Noble Park through to 20 apiece, quarter time.
Thank you very much.
Perfect timing.
Perfect timing.
He's out there watching the esky.
Chris Jones went up as the third man from the boundary throw-in. Tried to tap it towards the teammate's advantage. It might work out okay. Handball came further afield. Schroeder was locked up in a tackle there from Simon DiStefano. We'll see a ball up 50 metres out from Donvale's goal. Gee, would they love another one just before quarter time?
Lights are on.
We've played 24 and a half minutes. The lights are on here at Donvale Reserve, and the Pies are 5-3-33, leading the Waters 1-1-7. The faithful are undercover, and they're also inside the club rooms. Gee, the latte lady is going to have a very nice time this afternoon. Business will be very, very high. Boundary throwing 50 metres out from goal. Evans went up in the ruck.
Okay.
But boundary throw in. Joel Galvin saw it over the boundary line and out of bounds. I'd be surprised if a score was able to be put through, because rain is just persisting at the moment, but the ground is very, very wet, and the ball would be very, very heavy as well. Umpires pulled out a free kick. It will be going the way of the Waters.
Boundary.
Let's cross down boundaries thanks to Akira Urgent Care, Arthur Hall.
Yeah, we're obviously all worried about the rain and more scores. Look, I reckon 2 minutes' time this rain's gone, and I reckon it's going to be clear for the rest of the afternoon.
While Lavinia Nixon is over in London, Arthur Hall is doing the 9 News weather presenting gig. He's doing a very fine job as well. Ball goes up towards half forward for Bayswater, but Donvale have the numbers. Kick inside 50 though. Burmeister's got out here. He's taken the mark. He looks to play on quickly and try to earn himself a 25-metre penalty. The umpire said yes. I reckon he played for that one a little bit of Logie award-winning style action from Dave Burmeister. It takes him to within about, I reckon, 45 to 50 metres out. But in these conditions, he might be too far out to score. He has kicked 19 goals for the season, Dave Burmeister. He runs around. Oh, he dodges one, and he couldn't get around his man. He then got back up, kicks towards goal, and it's gone out of bounds. It bounced just beforehand. And we'll see a boundary throw in 10 metres around from the Bayswater goal. Donvale 5-3-33. Bayswater 1-1-7. 26 minutes gone. Bendigo Bank scoreboard. Dyson Baker.
Quarter time, Wantirna South 2-2-14. Ringwood 1-2-8.
The umpire throws it in now, fisted away by Donvale. Went into towards the direction of Simon DiStefano as the siren goes right near the Bendigo Bank scoreboard, which reads at quarter time. The home side have got off to a flyer here. 5 goals, 33. 2 goes to Tolchi, 2 goals to Jack Purcell, and they lead by 26 points at quarter time with Bayswater 1-1-7. It's been a great game so far out here at Donvale Reserve, but there's so many games happening across the east as you go local for your football today. We'll be back with Dyson Baker after the break with all those scores and plenty more out here at Donvale Reserve for the EFL Match of the Day.
This is Everett Hargraves inviting you to join me for a relaxing interlude every Thursday afternoon at 4 o'clock for the Thursday Drive program. Each week I highlight the work of a different songwriter, play some easy listening music, a little jazz, the songs of Broadway and the sounds of the 60s. We also get to share what's happening in our local community. So come on, tune into Radio Eastern 98.1 FM between 4 and 6 o'clock each Thursday for the Thursday Drive program with me, Everett Hargraves. A great way to wind down after a busy day.
Radio Eastern 98.1, and it's coming up to 22-3. And check both our scores, and we have a quarter-time score in the game between Geelong and Adelaide down there in Geelong this afternoon. And at a quarter-time, it was Geelong 4-3-27, leading Adelaide 3-2-20. Major goal kickers for Geelong, Bartel, Chapman and Hawkins have 1 each. And for Adelaide, Jenkins, Mackay and Vincent's have 1 each. And the other game is being played between North Melbourne and Melbourne this afternoon. And North Melbourne got away to a fair start. It's coming up to quarter time, and it's North Melbourne 5-4-34, leading Melbourne 1-1-7. Now, do you have sudden fever, aching body, sore throats, chills, nausea, headache? Well, it sounds like you need medical assistance urgently. And at Akira Urgent Care, they'll have it all for you. Because it's difficult getting an immediate appointment with your GP when you need care fast. So come to Akira Urgent Care. You don't need an appointment and you won't have to wait. Australia's first walk-in medical emergency clinic. Walk in at 157 Scoresby Road, Boronia, or phone them on 9839 3333. That's 9839 3333.
In footy, the best players always get tagged. In Melbourne, the best and cheapest way to get around the tollways is to get your car tagged. That's because a Breeze account works on EastLink and it works on CityLink too. A tag's also the cheapest way to use EastLink and CityLink. So open your Breeze account online at eastlink.com.au and start winning as a tagger today. Speaking of winning, my team's a sure thing for 4 points today and maybe the premiership. Come on up, that was in the back. EastLink, it's time better spent. EFL Saturday Game Day continues. Let's head back and go local. Your footy.
Welcome back to Donvale Reserve. As we said, 5-3-33 Donvale. The visitors Bayswater 1-1-7. Donvale getting off to a fantastic start in that first term. Just looking around the grounds, we're a little bit ahead of most other games around the Eastern Football League at the moment. We've got a couple through in Division 1, all tied up between South Croydon and Noble Park, 3-2-20 apiece. Scoresby 1-1-7. Norwood 2 behinds in that first term. Montro's getting away nicely, 3-2-20 against Doncaster East, a 17-point lead, 3 behinds. In Division 3, Wantirna South in the most important game in Division 3, we've been told, 2-2-14 leading Ringwood 1-2-8. Coldstream 6 points down on Mitcham, so Mitcham 3-4-22 to Coldstream 2-4-16. And at quarter time in the Waverley Blues Mulgrave game, I tipped it Mulgrave 3-2-20 leading the Waverley Blues 1-3-9.
I think a few of us tipped that the Mulgrave might do okay today. It's a good start for the Lions, getting in front there by 11 points. Dan, let's hear your summation of the first quarter. We were talking off here beforehand. They might have opened up a pretty good lead already.
Yeah, that scoreboard pressure early was certainly vital, as we're seeing now with the conditions drying up a little bit. But I thought that early in that game, Bayswater weren't hitting targets inside their forward 50. Donvale were, as we saw with Jack Purcell and a couple of others, and also around the ground as well. Bayswater coughed up the ball 2 or 3 times, and Donvale just kept on sending it inside 50 and hitting a target, so that really hurt Bayswater. And now with the conditions drying up, I'm not too sure Bayswater will be able to get back from here. It will certainly be difficult.
We'll cross down very soon to our Akira Urgent Care boundary riders. Gee, isn't Artie Hall loving being back? He's just lapping up the sun. He's absolutely loving it. Good to have you back, Artie. I think we just got another score through as well from Knox. So in that very interesting game, East Ringwood 4-1-25 to Knox 1-3-9. What we might do now is welcome our stats man who's just come. This is a very, very interesting thing he's done today. He's been able to get on board the back with the Basin Reserves, from what I understand today. So let's hear how he went. Very good afternoon to you, Braden. Ingram.
Yeah, good afternoon to you, Ben. Pretty sore and tired. Drove straight over here from the footy. So glad to be here to see what hopefully will be a cracking game. But Donvale's certainly out of the blocks early. They've certainly done all right. Let's cross down boundary side. Thanks to Akira Urgent Care, to the whole crew.
Thanks, Ben. I've got the Donvale coach down here. Just quickly, do you reckon, you said your goal for that you said your goal at the huddle was to win that first quarter. Do you think you obviously effectively did that, but did you expect to win it by that much?
Oh, certainly not. I mean, but it shows that the boys are on song, their intensity's up, their pressure, and that is what we spoke about before the game, and we've just got to maintain it to put ourselves in a winning position. So that's one quarter, one box ticked. We've got 4 to go, so we're on the right tide at the moment.
And what's your message for the boys?
Was just to keep working hard. We've got to keep getting goals, watching the heads drop, and the idea is to scoreboard pressure for them. So we'll keep going at it.
Thanks very much. Good luck.
Good on you, Corey. Thanks to Akira Urgent Care, and good on Brendan McCormack, the coach of the Donvale Football Club. He'd be a very, very happy man at half-time with me, Daniel Senchik.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the way his side applied that scoreboard pressure early was fantastic. And, the physical contest, the 50-50 contest, Donvale won those more often than not, so be very happy with that.
Donvale 5-3-33, leading Bayswater 1-1-7. Purcell has 3, Carl Tochi has 2 for Donvale, and Brent Jane has 1 for Bayswater. We're underway in the second term, and Bayswater immediately away through the middle of the ground. The sun is out. Weather has improved a lot. Joel Galvin went up with courage, wasn't able to quite take the mark on true centre wing, and Donvale the numbers. Tochi tried to spin out of a tackle, a little bit ambiguous, and trying to see it over the boundary line there was Matt Liardi. We'll see a boundary throw in true centre wing position just near our Akira Urgent Care boundary riders. So, we've gone in the opening seconds here in this second term. umpires leading at the moment. Bayswater able to get the clearance. Quick kick forward to Niall Bale, and Jordan Kruger's jumper is already dirty. Takes the mark, right half back flank.
That means he's played really well so far.
Daniel Senchik, special comments today. Good work from you, sir, as Kruger's kick up towards true centering position was marked nicely there by Culinary. His spearing ball was a little dangerous. It might work out okay. Putting his head over the footy there was Winterton to Donvale. They might be able to come out with this one here. Cunningham, a dribbling kick up towards half for McGilvery-Smith. Took it nicely, brought it inboard to Leach. Back to McGilvery-Smith. A good run, chain of handballs here. A quick kick inside 50. I think it might be McInerney, but well done there by the Donvale. And they're able to keep it inside the defensive 50. Josh Bell, who's back today. And he says it over the boundary line and out of bounds. Any other scores come through of late Dyson Baker?
Rowville over Mooroolbark by 2 points. Rowville 139, Mooroolbark 117. And in Division 4, Fentragall Eagles 2-6-18, leading South Belgrave 2-2-14.
Good start there for the Eagles and a good start for Rowville as well. Let's cross down boundary side thanks to Akira Urgent Care to Artie Hall.
Yeah, go guys. Look at the first quarter there. The Bayswater coach, very, very angry, very, very upset. Basically got 2 messages for the quarter. They've got a man up at stoppages and they've got to be first to the ball.
Good on you, Artie. Thanks to Akira Urgent Care. Joel Galvin's got it here on half forward. The kick in board is dangerous, but it might work out okay for Cunningham. Didn't get a very accommodating bounce. His kick went nowhere off the ground, but a great second effort by Cunningham. Set up that man in field. He goes towards full forward. James in position A. Nicely thumped away from him. Jones at the fall of the ball, but James stole the ball. He tries to get it out towards McInerney. A little hand pass came out, but only as far as Liardi. Great tackle, though, from McGilvery-Smith. Surely rewarded. Umpire said no. And the ball goes over the boundary line and out of bounds in the left forward pocket.
Very stiff not to get a free kick there.
Very stiff there.
Very stiff.
2 minutes gone in the second quarter on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. It's Donvale leading 33-7.
We're only 35 metres out from the Bayswater goal. Stolen that time by Casey for Donvale. Tried to squeeze the ball out, but it's going to go the way of Walton. If he can trap it from 45, he can kick it up to the top of the goal square. There's about 12 players around this ball. Good fist away there and defensive play by Jason Casey and over for 1 behind. So Bayswater moved to 8. They trail by 25 points. Let's cross down boundary side to Corey Hall thanks to Akira Urgent Care.
What for, Benny?
Well, obviously we're not ready for you. I thought, let's not look at me for the rest of the day. I'm getting mixed signals here. Casey's going to kick in now for Bayswater, or for Donvale in that fact. Kick up towards the half-back line, charging through the middle of the ground. Kick by Bayswater up towards the position of Murphy. Can he take the mark now? About 70 metres out from goal. He does. Kick up towards the top of the goal square. Who's going to be the target here? Galvin was over the back of the pack. Kick off the ground. This is Winterton. Has this gone through for a goal? What a super kick that was off the ground by Neil Winterton. And just in the nick of time too, the coach puts a goal on the board, and a very important one too. That's Bayswater's second. And on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard, Donvale are 5 goals, 33. Bayswater are 2 goals. Daniel Sensic.
Well, look, that just sums up Bayswater's day so far. A lot of their 2 goals have been opportunistic so far. We saw with Brent Jane and then Neil Winterton. Then their entries inside forward 50 haven't been as ideal as Donvale's, who've been hitting up a target. They've more or less been bombing it inside.
So good reply there from the Waters. They just look like they've come out with a bit more fire in this second term. A good start. They ball back in the middle now. Casey put his head over the footy for Donvale. And a stalemate. We'll see a secondary ball up in the middle. 3.5 minutes gone on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard here in this second term. It's Donvale 5-3-33 to Bayswater 2-2-14. Interesting move by the umpire. He's actually taken the ball from the ball up out of the cricket pitch area.
It's a black ball.
And thrown the ball up. Very smart work. Michael Bozzo would be very, very impressed with that. Ball comes out now. For the Pies, they've got the numbers.
Very harsh.
And Big Chief Ben Tawny's given away another free kick. And it will go the way of the Waters. They're at half-back now. Short chip was blocked off by Big Chief Ben Tawny. Puts his head over the footy now and gets a hand pass out. Jones just slams it on the boot up towards half forward for Donvale. Trying to come out and meet it there was Purcell. Went all the way back to Hutton. He's still got the footy. Bayswater players converge on him now. Ball close to the boundary line, about 50 metres out from goal. Bayswater pick it up and they'll rebound off half back. Kick out towards true centering position. No one able to quite take it cleanly, but they got the numbers over the top here. Kicked off the ground towards the Jane direction. The ball's at forward 50 now. 1-on-1 contest. Nicely done there by Nick Murphy. He gets a little hand pass off, and seeing it over the boundary line there is Mal McGilvery-Smith. We'll see
He's playing well.
Boundary throw in. He's playing very well, especially in this second term. Boundary throw in about 50 metres out from Bayswater's goal.
That suckering off the ground there was absolutely brilliant there by Burmeister. Keep it simple in the ruddy conditions.
Been probably close to Bayswater's best so far, Dave Burmeister. Had a fair bit of footy early. And we're going to see a secondary boundary throw-in about 60 metres out from Bayswater's goal. Around the ground scores, Dice, any extras to add?
All the scores in Division 2. Upper Ferntree Gully 4-3-27 leading Doncaster 1 behind. Montrose 3-2-20 leading Doncaster East 3 behinds. As we know the Donvale score. Rowville 1-3-9 leading Mooroolbark 1-1. And Mulgrave leading the Waverley Blues 3-2-1-3.
Good on you, Dice, around the grounds there. And as you were speaking there, ball's gone through the behind line for Bayswater. They gone to 2-3-15. Donvale 5-3-33. 18 points to the margin. 5.5 minutes gone. Bendigo Bank scoreboard.
So Donvale on the last line of defence. Zach Tarr screaming for the kick in. Ball goes up towards the centre half back position. It was a 3-on-1 situation at the fall of the ball. Donvale kick up towards the half forward line or up towards the wing position. Liardi had to be up for the challenge. He got down on hands and knees. He kept the ball in there against 3 opponents and he did pretty well at it too. So we'll have a ball up around centre wing. Jaden Murphy in around that pack as well for Bayswater. Jason Casey in the 9 dots. Been serviceable so far over the top there. Pettigrove couldn't get a clear tap out, but we'll give it to him, Braden. So some of the stats that matter in this second term with our stats man who's arrived on the spot with a bit of a limp, Braden Ingram.
Thank you, BWS. Inside 50s for Bayswater this term, 4-1.
Thank you very much, Braden. The ball comes down, scooped out there by Field. It was nearly paid a throw, and then another throw as the ball's pushed right towards the boundary line, right near that Donvale bench. We'll have a boundary throw in. McGilvray-Smith just making his presence known. So a boundary throw in, centre wing out here. It's 3 goals the difference. Donvale, the home side, have the ascendancy early in this second term, but Bayswater are coming. They've kicked the last one. Ball moves into towards the middle of the ground, and we'll have another stoppage.
Check out this score, BWS. 6-6-42 Vermont. Blackburn 1 behind.
So Vermont, nearly the in-form side in Division 1 at the moment. They just keep on going. Pettigrove this time got the knockdown. Nevins scoops the ball up. Is it going to be a free kick? It's going to go to Bayswater, and it's going to go to Galvin. So Joel Galvin now, waste no time, kicks it towards the half-forward line. Jane came out. He had to pick it up off the bottom of the pack. Good play there by Cotsgrove just to kick it towards the boundary line out of bounds. Players screaming for deliberate, but the umpire's not going to pay that in these type of conditions, and we'll have a boundary throwing far side of the ground.
Next score, all vital for either side, either way. It's 18 points of difference. If Bayswater get the next one, they're back in the match. Donvale could break Bayswater Hearts getting the next goal.
Couple of scores coming through in Division 4. Sylvan 7-1-43 leading Park Orchards 4-1-25. Nuttawading 2-3-15 leading Forest Hill 1-6. And as we said, Ferntree Gully Eagles leading 2-6-18 over South Belgrave 2-2-14.
Good work from you, Dice. Boundary throw in true centre wing position. Pettigrove went up in the ruck with Nevins, and we're going to see another boundary throw in. Plenty of stoppages in the past couple of minutes. So on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard, it's Donvale 5-3-33, leading Bayswater 2-3-15, but Bayswater with all the play so far in this term. Boundary throw in. No one able to quite take clean possession. Good tackle applied there by Culinary. And we'll see a boundary throw in. If you're listening to this on 98.1 Radio Eastern or streaming through EFL.org.au. We thank you for tuning in today. It's all thanks to the EFL mobile web app. Go to mformother.efl.org.au to get access to the latest news and information from around the Eastern Football League, Dice.
In Division 1, Lilydale 1-3-9 leading Croydon 4 behinds. All tied up at South Croydon and Noble Park 3-2-20 apiece. The big lead to Vermont at quarter time 6-6 place 1 behind over Blackburn 4-1-25 East Ringwood. Knox 1-3-9, a 16-point lead to them. East Burwood 4-0-24 leading by 3 points over Baldwin 3-3-21, and Scoresby 1-1-7 by 5 points over Norwood 2 behinds.
Interesting Division 1 scores. An interesting decision made here by the umpire. It's going to be a free kick going the way of the 9 News man, Jason Casey. Kick was
25.
forward, but I think the man on the mark was had come over the mark.
Infringement on the mark,
yeah. Thought so as well. So we're going to see a 25-metre penalty, and that will bring Casey towards true centre wing position. He'll look to move it in now, but Bayswater have been able to get numbers back. Casey, a flat kick towards the full forward area. No one able to quite take it. Mitch Galvin went back and cleared the ball towards true centre half back. Look for his brother Joel. He got a push in the back, did Joel Galvin. And he's able to get it now. Field. Oh, geez. The umpire called advantage and changed his mind. It's all right in the end. And Joel Gavin's here got it on right half back. Almost right in front of the Bendigo Bank scoreboard, which sees Donvale at the moment lead by 18 points. Kicks up towards true centre wing position. Cotsford with the big thump from behind. Have the numbers at the back here to Bayswater. Leach towards true centre wing. Might go out of bounds in the fall, or it will be marked by Jones. Either way, Donvale have the ball in true centre wing position, and they lead by 18 points.
Well, Jones kicked it in towards the middle of the ground. It was a little bit of a scrubber. Bayswater, they have the numbers here, and they're going to get it to Burmeister on hands and knees, squeezed it out. Kick was half smothered, came out to that man in Ancona for Donvale, then winded up on the left boot and kicked it up towards the half-forward line, and taking a good mark out there was Pettigrove. Swings around now. No, it wasn't. It was Murphy on the left boot, kicks it even deeper inside forward 50. Purcell came out, picked up by the Chief. Left foot snap around the body, goes to the top of the goal square. Wade tried to be clever, switched the play anyway to the other pocket. Zakhtar, he overran it, fell down on hands and knees, scooped towards the boundary line. That nearly could have been paid a throw. Toe poke by Galvin, goes out towards the back pocket now. Bayswater, they're still under a lot of pressure. Charging in there was Trotter. Also coming in is Colinari for Donvale, tried to squeeze a handball out. The ball's still right near that boundary line. They're going to go for the safety of it, eventually run over by Peter Ancona, and we'll have a boundary throw in about 50 metres out from goal. It's down Donvale's end. Just a few sloppy disposals in the last moment or so. Otherwise, Donvale would have been right there. They spoiled each other. Nevins in the ruck for Bayswater. They're going to get the clearance now that you would expect. Burmeister in there. Little toe poke off the ground. McGilvray-Smith tries to pick the ball up. He then played for the free kick in the back, and he's going to get it too, just as Carl Tochi was running away with it. So the free kick to Bayswater. Across the half-back line. They've got players running out wide. Or players even in the middle now. The kick wasn't too crash shot. It came out towards the Jane direction. He's being held very quiet so far. Overrunning the ball there was Chris Jones, but the ball's going to find its way into the umpire's hands once again, and we're going to have another stoppage. What's the stoppage count at, thanks to Choose Tap Match Stats, Braden?
16 BWS, had plenty so far.
So we'd expect that on a wet weather game of football, wouldn't we? Pettigrove missed a bit of a fresh air shot out of the ruck. It's still right near that wing position. Came out now towards Jones, tried to trap it. Going in hard was Galvin, as they always do. Ball still right near that boundary line. Players want to keep the ball alive. We're happy with this. Good umpiring too. It comes out now to Hayhurst. Swings around on the left boot, kicks it inside forward 50 for Bayswater now. And the ball is eventually rushed over and out. So we'll have a ball in. Wayne McInerney.
He's been quiet.
He has, but the ball hasn't really been delivered. Too crash hot to him so far, but he is a sneaky in and under player. Expect him to figure at some point through this afternoon. That was good play there by Kruger, and he's going to clear for Donvale through the middle.
He does, and it's an interesting kick as well, because it lines right in the middle of the cricket pitch. Good luck marking that, but a ball's kicked forward here for Bayswater. Mark's been taken by Jackson. He'll look to move it on quickly. He's run himself into a bit of trouble. Now slams the ball on the boot, looking for Jane. Thumped away from him though. Ball comes to ground, picked up here by Fenwick. Good pressure applied there by McInerney. On hands and knees, Burmeister almost got a push in the back. No, free kick, said the umpire. He waves his hands in the air to say play on, and now he crosses himself and says we'll have a ball up 70 metres out from goal. Dyson Baker.
Told you I wasn't confident about the Heathmont game. Warrandyte 3-2-20 leading Heathmont 1-4-10. Another score in Division 4. Eastern Lions 2-5-17 leading Kilsyth 1-6.
Dyson Baker around the grounds here on EFL Gameday, all thanks to the EFL mobile web app. Ball comes out. Kick was smothered there for Donvale. Schroeder picks it up. High kick towards Hayhurst. Thumped away from him. Who's going to be at the fall of the ball? Nicely rushed through by the Donvale defence. They avoid a certain goal there, and it's gone through for a rush behind. Donvale 5-3-33. Bayswater 2-4-16. 13 and a half minutes gone on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard here in the second term.
They've been absolutely brilliant so far this term, Bayswater. The way they've been able to win those 50-50 contests that they didn't win in the first quarter, and it's really starting to show with how much of the ball they're getting.
The kick comes in by Donvale now. It was a good fly too that time by Jones, but the ball is still on that defensive 50 for Donvale. Jones again paddles it to his advantage, right on his hammer though. He's a big pack of players, so we'll have a boundary. We'll have a ball up 50 metres out from goal. True centre half forward position. It's a 17-point margin. 5 goals, 33 Donvale. Bayswater 2-4-16, but it seems a little bit closer than what the score actually says now. Going in hard. Well, and receiving a free kick, and rightfully so. So Donvale will get a free kick up towards the wing position. Skills are pretty clean so far in this game. Ball still out there now, paddling towards his advantage was Jackson. Tried to scoop it up there was Colosimo for Donvale. Received a free kick, did he? No, it's going to actually go back to Bayswater. So Too certain what that was for. We've got players down, and we'll have Artie Hall on the scene very shortly as Donvale moved the ball into the middle of the ground. Jackson going backwards to go forwards, but then turned around and then kicked it up towards the direction of Carlos. He had one bite, couldn't quite trap the mark, and then eventually rushed it over the boundary line out of bounds. He's had a few opportunities to take a mark in the last few moments, Carlos, and he spoiled them. And we've got more scores, Dyson Baker, around the ground.
Couple more Division 3 scores. Templestowe 5-2-32, leading by 26 points over Churnside Park. North Ringwood 4-1-25, I should say, leading Boronia 2-3-15. The White Horse Pioneers 2-4-16, trailing by just 4 points to the Gunwaverley Hawks 4-6-20. And at Mitcham 3-4-22, leading Coldstream 2-4-16.
Ball's in the middle of the ground. Let's cross down boundary side thanks to Akira Urgent Care to Arthur Hall.
Yeah, g'day boys. That was number 38, young Hayden Schroeder. I think he just hit his head in the tackle there. Small head clash. I think he'll be all right though.
Nevin's got the knockdown. Bayswater got the clearance. Is still right near that boundary line. It's going to eventually be run over by Matty Liardi for Donvale, and we'll have another boundary throw in. What are those stoppages at now, Braden Ingram, thanks to Choose Tab?
22 BWS, and the hit-outs 5-3 in favour of Bayswater.
Doing a great job already in this second term, Braden Ingram. Quick kick there by Trotter. It was good too because it got it out of the danger zone and then bounced this way up towards the half-forward line. Hutton overran it, but he was quick enough to get up there. Picked it up for the second time. He wants some players in support, so he got Jeremy Kennell. He's going to have a shot for goal. This might go through, and it has. No, it's hit the post at the last second. So just as the supporters got behind that, Jeremy Keno, he almost got everyone excited, but he put through a minor score, and on the Bendigo Bank a scoreboard, Donvale now moved to 5 goals, 4-34. It's back out to that 3-goal margin. Ben Waterworth, Bayswater 2-4-16.
Certainly is, and Bayswater will look to rebound. They might have run themselves into a bit of trouble with a kick. Might work out okay in the end. Mark taken by Walton. He looks to move it on quickly. It's a dangerous kick, but nicely done there by Field. Beautiful work. He picked the ball up below his knees in wet conditions and got a hand pass off. And the kick goes up towards the half-forward line. Thumped away from Winterton. Ball should go over the boundary line and out of bounds. About 80 metres out from Donvale's goal. Pies 5-4-34. Leading Bayswater 2-4-16. A little bit of argy-bargy just in front of us here. Umpire's going to pull out a free kick. It's going to go the way of
Bayswater.
Bayswater, it looks like.
Boundary.
Let's cross down quickly down the boundary side. Corey Hall.
Yeah, that started because Brent Jane got knocked over, a bit of a body check, hockey style, by Hayhurst.
So what's happened here is that Tim Hall took the kick, and after the kick something happened. So 25 metres or downfield, either of the two, has been paid. So Tim Hall, I think it's 25.
It's a surprising call, that one, because Joshua Bell actually got put down by his Bayswater opponent.
So Tim Hall.
Have a shot, Tim.
Yep, he's got to have it now because the Donvale have been able to get numbers back. So from a 25-metre penalty, this to bring the margin back to 12 points. He must kick this one, Tim Hall. He comes in, it looks a little right off the boot, and swings back. And Tim Hall puts it through for Bayswater. And it is 5-4-34 Donvale. Bayswater 3-4-22. We've gone under 18 minutes here in the second term thanks to the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. Bayswater have kicked the only 2 goals here in the second term, and they seem to have played a lot better in the second term, Dan, compared to that first.
Oh, it has to have something to do with the weather, and if you live in Melbourne and you don't like the weather, then wait 5 minutes. It's as simple as that. But fantastic work there by Hall. He's absolutely fantastic at taking his opportunity when he gets it. And be interesting to see how the momentum goes in this game from here on in.
Game starting to fire up here. Match of the day, Division 2 at its best. Who's going to take 4th spot this year in Division 2? Ball comes out now. Good play by Jones. He's been lively, hasn't he, Chris Jones? Lost it though. Kick inside forward 50 now off the bottom of the pack. Looking forwards to Jane direction. He's got to get in front if he wants to get into this game. Well trapped there by Bell to get the handball away. And Donvale clear out of the danger zone up towards the wing position. Going for it was David DiStefano. Maybe he was held, or maybe he held his opponent. The umpire's going to pay a free kick and it'll go to Bayswater. So the ball's on centre wing position. They're going to reload. They're wasting no time. Kick up towards the true centre half-forward position. James the flyer at the back of the pack. 1-by-2 bite. He tried to claim the mark. Winterton's at the fall of the ball. He couldn't quite get it in there. So is McLaughlin. He got fresh air shotted. And we'll have a bounce. Centre half-forward 55 metres out from goal where it's a 2-goal margin. Bayswater's half-forward line. The umpire wasting no time. Just throwing the ball up in the air now. Pettigrove trying to get the ball out of the danger zone. But the quick kick went Inside forward 50 for Bayswater, chopped off by Kruger, and then he banged it out towards to the Tolche direction, and why wouldn't you go after him as well on hands and knees, and almost won the ball too. Good work by the Bayswater defenders to keep the ball alive. Comes into the middle of the ground now. Winterton overran it. It's going in and laying a hard tackle. There was Field. Ball scoots out now. Good play there by David DiStefano. The kick was a little bit skew with going inside forward 50. Sean Leach is the first player there for Bayswater. He's going to try and hold it in there. He had 3 players on his hammer. Tolche overran the ball, and now Bayswater look like they might be able to clear it. Leach tried to break one tackle, lost it. He's going to go for the third effort, dumped it towards the boundary line. It went nowhere though because Wade picked it up and kicked it to the top of the goal square or thereabouts. But going back on, the umpire hasn't paid a mark to Nevins. It was knocked away by Kennell, picked up there by Russell Coombe. He scooted a handball out to the back pocket, and they're trying to kick the ball out of the danger zone. Jones comes to try and fist it away from Daniel McLaughlin, but he stands tall and takes a good mark across centre half back.
Ball goes up towards true centre half forward position. Foot race. It depends on which way it's going to bounce here. Look at the caveman Zach Targo after it. Kick towards the full forward area. Might work it away for Carlos. He's just a little bit out of position here. Socked it off the ground by Kruger. He's been rock solid in defence so far for Donvale coming off that half back line. And he was smart there. And he sent the ball over the boundary line and out of bounds.
He disguised it beautifully.
So we'll see a boundary throw in 30 metres out from goal. Across to Dyson Baker around the grounds very shortly. As Pettigrove went up uncontested in the ruck. Ball just stuck here. Great courage shown there by Joel Galvin. Always putting his head over the 40. Boundary throw in Dyson Baker around the grounds.
In Division 4, Park Orchard, 7-1-43. Park Orchards 4-1-25. Nunawading 2-3-15. Leading Forest Hill 1-6. No score from the Basin in Canterbury yet. Can we get that one in? Eastern Lions 2-5-17. Leading Kilsyth 1-6. And Ferntree Gully Eagles 2-6-18. Leading South Belgrave 2-2-14.
In the meantime, Schroeder's got the ball and he kicks along towards Jane over his head. Hayhurst almost took the mark. Ball comes to the ground. He's pushing the back. And a free kick will go to the caveman Tar. He's got a free player outside. Look at the Foss, Jason Wade. Look at the young man run. He's got a free player here on the outer side. He's found it well. This should end up in the goal. Liardi goes inside 50 and the mark's been taken by Donvale. And they'll look to go back, and it is that man in David DiStefano. He brings it in forward. It was a risky kick in the end. Liardi's taken another mark.
Good run.
And he can go back and put this through. Probably for the first time in this game, Dan, some players starting to open up and a bit of free-flowing footy.
Oh, certainly, but Donvale always had the makings of it in this game. They've set up beautifully up forward the way they deliver the ball inside forward 50.
Matty Liardi playing his 7th game this season. Has been named in the best 2 times and look to put through his first goal for today. He's about 50 metres out. Not much angle to kick, and there's an absolute spud of a kick. Kick up towards the half-forward line. It might be a turnover here, and it is. Burmeister's got it in the middle of Donvale Reserve. Chipping ball over the top was a poor kick over the head of Tim Hall. If that hit Hall in the chest, they're away, Bayswater. They still might pick it up. Burmeister, will he take the advantage? He does. Kick is good. Looking for Carlos. Out of his reach. He dropped the mark, but he still might have advantage. Carlos snaps around the body. The kick is just off to the right and out of bounds on the fall. A comedy of errors at Donvale Reserve, but it's still the Pies. 5-4-34 to Bayswater. 3-4-22 around the grounds. Dyson Baker.
In Division 3, 3-2-20 Warrandyte, 1-4-10 Heathmont-Wantirna South, 2-2-14. Led by 6 points at quarter time, although we're hearing from Peter Baird that Ringwood now lead by 15 after kicking the first 3. Templestowe 5-2-32 lead by 26 points over Chermside Park 1 straight. North Ringwood 4-1-25 lead by 10 points over Boronia 2-3-15. Moverley Hawk 4-6-30, I'll correct that one, by 14 points over the Whitehorse Pioneers 2-4-16, and Mitcham 3-4-22 by a goal over Coldstream 2-4-16.
Well, Donvale cleared the ball out of the danger zone and they moved it up towards the centre wing position. I think a lot of players thought that was out of bounds on the full, Daniel Sensic, but it was touched off the boot.
So very good Samaritans coming to collect the footy now.
Yes, well, it was touched off the boot in the end. That's what I was hoping you were going to go with, and it was over the boundary line and out of bounds. So the umpire to bring it in now. Kennell moves into the ruck, found his front spot. That was okay. Got in front of Hayhurst, comes down to Jones, tried to get a handball away. Couldn't do so. Wrapped his opponent though up in a tackle and will have a bounce. So it's still 2 goals the margin out here. 24 minutes almost gone here in the second term. Match of the day, Division 2. Jones came over the top. He got it away. That was good play to Casey, who banged it on the left boot and kicked it up towards the half-forward line. It was in the Purcell direction, but the boundary line beat all players and we'll have another throw-in.
Donvale have done all right this term. Well, Dan, they haven't even scored a goal. I think they might put a couple of behinds on the board, but they haven't even scored a goal this term, so they've done okay to just hold Bayswater at bay.
They've been getting their hands on the footy, which has been the main thing to restrict a very rampaging Bayswater side. But both sides are putting their players under a lot of pressure when they're coming out of defence. We're seeing a lot of bombing and things like that, the 50-50 contests, and the ball just gets sent straight back in.
So it'll be Keno versus Hayhurst. The umpire throws it in now. It was a short throw in. It came through towards the direction of Bell. He overran it. In there too is Murphy for Bayswater. They're trying to scramble a kick out. Who's going to be the recipient of it? Kick up towards the half-forward line by Bell. Came out towards McGilvray-Smith for Bayswater. Can they clear it through the middle of the ground? The Waters, if they can get a spread and just get it on their boot, they'll be away and running. They do so now. Jane charges out from half forward. They've made him work really hard for every possession today, but he paddles it to his advantage, and now he picks it up, has time, goes over the top, went straight through the arms of Aaron Walton. He dropped what he probably should have taken, and wrapping up a great tackle, Josh Bell for Donvale, just to hold the ball up there, and Ryan Hanley couldn't break away. So 55 metres out from the Donvale goals.
It's a real shame the ball wasn't marked then, because Brent Jane waited his moment and hit the perfect target.
So 75 metres out, Bayswater's end. Braden Ingram, thanks to Choose Tap Match Stats.
Yeah, you talk about rampaging Bayswater. They've had 12 inside 50s to Donvale 6.
Scores we held scoreless in the second quarter, 1-1-7, Norwood 3-4-22, 15-point lead at half-time.
Wow. Umpire throws it up once again. McLaughlin went up in the ruck, tried to use his body, came down to Joel Galvin. He was going nowhere with Rob Colinari on his hammer, so we'll have another stoppage. Edging closer, 53 metres out from the goals. We've gone 26 minutes now. Division 2 match of the day. Good knock by Pettigrove. Third man up, got the knock away. McGilvray-Smith went down low. So too did though Casey for Donvale. The ball still in there. Keno tried to give a little toe poker, and so did Colinari, but the umpire said bring it back. It's going to be a free kick to Donvale, and they'll take that too. So the recipient will be Jake Trotter in the middle of the ground. You just see Keno just waiting maybe for a handball if he wants it. But Jake Trotter, he's looking to use his left. Does so now. Kick up towards the half-forward line. It's a 2-on-1 situation. Tawney had to come over the back and be defensive about the situation, and he did a really good job of it too. Ben Tawney knocked it over the boundary line and out of bounds. So the ball moves up to 60 metres out from the Donvale goals. They currently lead it by 2 goals at the 27-minute mark.
If you've never seen Ben Tawney live before, you know why he's called the Big Chief. Just a very intimidating man. And he's in this ruck contest, but he didn't win it because his teammate Jones went up as the third man. Ball goes further afield. And we'll see a ball up around 50 metres from goal. Umpire crosses himself now on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. Donvale 5-4-34 to Bayswater 3-4-22. Bayswater kicked 2 goals to nothing in this term, but still Donvale by 2 goals. Thumped forward by the Waters, but Jones is there again. He's been lively. He dodged one, then couldn't quite get around the second. He was able to get a hand pass off. Casey, he didn't know what was behind him, and he's caught for holding the ball. So if Bayswater move it quickly, they've got a few players further afield. Hanley hands it back to Cunningham now. Cunningham goes further along the broadcast wing, but it's all too late because Donvale will go into half-time leaders by 12 points. The Pies are 5-4-34 to Bayswater. 3-4-22, 27.5 minutes in that second term on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard.
What a game we're seeing out here at Donvale Reserve. The rain has cleared. Get down here because it's sure to be a terrific second half. But there's so many great games happening around the eastern suburbs as you go local for your football with the Eastern Football League today. And Dyson Baker will be back after this break to give you all those around the ground scores. And of course Peter Baird out at Jubilee Park with his halftime report. All this and more, and Channel 9's news break right here on EFL Gameday.
If you like the music of the jazz and big band era, then you'll love Fascinating Rhythms. Friday, 7 to 9 p.m. on Radio Eastern 98.1. You'll tap your feet to the music of swing and dance bands from the 30s and 40s and relax to the mellow sounds of songbirds and crooners, entertaining you with tunes from the 20s to the 50s. If the enjoyment of good music is your aim, then Fascinating Rhythms, Fridays at 7 p.m. here on 98.1 is the only place to be.
12 after 3, Radio Eastern 98.1. Barry Cott's back here in the studio, and yes, it's half time in EFL Match of the Day, and we'll return very shortly. But in the meantime, let's check some AFL scores today. A couple of games being played, also a twilight game a little bit later on. But the game being played down there at Geelong is between Geelong and Adelaide. It's currently half time, they're almost just about to go out for the start of the third quarter. And at half time, it was Geelong 9-7-61, leading Adelaide 4-4-28. Major goal kickers for Geelong. Hawkins has 3, 2 to Charman and also 2 to Stokes. And for Adelaide, Jenkins, Kai and Rutten have 1 each. So a lead there for 2 Geelong at half-time. And the other game is at Etihad Stadium this afternoon between North Melbourne and Melbourne. It's almost half-time, and a short time ago was North Melbourne 9-4-58, leading Melbourne 4-4-28. Goal kickers for North. Petrie, Tennant has 2 each, and 1 to Anthony. And for Melbourne, Bees, also Howe has 1, and also Garland has 1. So North Melbourne 9-4-58 to Melbourne 4-4-28, coming up to half-time. Now, what do you do when you have a medical emergency? Public emergency departments do a great job, but are always busy and often have long waiting times. Private hospitals charge you $280 more for additional services, but at Akira Urgent Care, there is no waiting and will only pay a maximum of $150 out of pocket, which includes other diagnostic services you may need. So, which option should you choose? Akira Urgent Care, Australia's first walk-in medical and emergency clinic. Walk in at 157 Scoresby Road, Verona, or phone them on 9839 3333. That's 9839 3333. Akira Urgent Care, your health, your destiny.
If you love your EFL footy like I do and you love getting down to see your team play, you don't want to be spending your weekend stuck in the car driving. That's why I opened a Breeze account. EastLink is the quickest, easiest way to get around Melbourne's east, and Tags is the cheapest way to use EastLink. So open your Breeze account online at eastlink.com.au today and use EastLink in the cheapest possible way with a Tag account. Instead of being stuck behind the wheel, I can have more time getting stuck into the umpire. Ball! EastLink, it's time better spent, like at the footy.
Program sponsor. In desperate need of some windows but your budget's too tight? Never fear, because the team at T&B Window Warehouse has the right solution for you. We have surplus windows to suit the needs of any budget. We're located at 120 to 124 Bayfield Road East, Bayswater North. Give us a call, 8727 7506. That's 8727 7506. T&B Window Warehouse. Don't forget the name. Part of the EAL and AW Transport Group. #1 in window transport. Program sponsor.
EFL Saturday Game Day continues. Let's head back and go local with your footy.
Welcome back to Donvale Reserve here in Donvale. It is the home side leading this Division 2 clash. This is finals time on the line. Donvale 5-4-34 leading Bayswater 3-4-22. But as we head around the grounds, a few interesting scores. Noble Park kicking away in their away clash, 7-5-47. They currently lead that game by 25 points over South Croydon, 3-4-22. It was all tied up at quarter time. The Bulls have kicked away. Scoresby didn't score in the second quarter. Norwood 3-4-22 now lead by 15 points after trailing by 5 to Scoresby 1-1-7. In Division 2, Upper Ferntree Gully 5-5-35 after a fight back from Doncaster in the second term, lead 4-2-26 by 9 points. Montrose 4-8-32 lead by 23 over Doncaster East 1-3-9. Donvale 5-4-34 lead by 12 points, 3-4-22 over Bayswater, as we said in the radio game. Rowville 5-5-35 have kicked away from Mooroolbark 2-1-13. Another score in Division 1, East Ringwood Knox 5-6-36 lead East Ringwood 4-3-27.
Good quarter by Knox that quarter.
In Division 3, we said that Ringwood had kicked away 5-7-37 leading by 15 points now over Wantirna South 3-4-22, and North Ringwood 18-point leaders now 6-4-40 by 18 points over Boronia 3-4-22. And finally in Division 4, the scores that we've got 4-5-29 it should be, leading Kilsyth 4-2-26 by 2 points, the Eastern Lions.
Hello.
Good on you there, Dyson Baker. We've actually got Peter Baird on the line right now. I can hear him through the headset, Brucey. So what we might do now is cross down to Ringwood and Wantirna South, where Peter Baird is watching what looks like a pretty good game. Come in, Frosty.
Yeah, g'day Benny, g'day to all the listeners out there. This is a ripper game of footy out here at Jubilee Park. Conditions aren't great for football today, but these two teams are putting on a very hard, tough contest.
Peter, what's the score at the moment? I know it's you're a little bit ahead of us at the moment. What's the score at half time?
At quarter time, Ringwood were down by 5 points. A 4-goal-to-1 quarter in the second term sees them hold a 14-point lead at half-time. It's Ringwood 5-6-36, leading Wantirna South 3-4-22.
Now
Ringwood were able to get a bit of their running game going that quarter, and James Katsiavos, he's providing a real focal point for him up forward. He's kicked 3 goals.
Nice. Well, we know the Cat kicked 7 last week. I know he's got 56, I think, for the season off the top of my head, so he's doing a fine job. Are Ringwood using the large ground of Jubilee Park to their advantage at the moment?
Yeah, in the first game, the ball was rebounding between the two defensive 50-metre arcs. Both teams really running the ball, but it was Ringwood that really got their running game that quarter going, and it was really on the back of Zach Tui and Luke Jones, who really got involved and started to run the ball through the corridor. And then they kept finding Katsiavos down forward. If he wasn't able to take the mark, his second efforts at ground level were phenomenal, and he's actually kicked all 3 of his goals through crumbing efforts rather than the big mark, which we may have seen from him in the past.
We're used to Katsiavos. We were watching him in Bayswater, and we're used to Katsiavos kicking great goals for Bayswater over the years from big marks. What's happening with Wantirna South? We know Daniel Bedome's been in awesome form over the past couple of weeks. He's kicked 6 goals in the past 2 weeks. How's he going about his business, and is he been quite quiet so far?
No, he's probably been the main focal point for Wantirna South when they've happened to get the ball into their forward 50-metre arc. He's kicked 2 of their 3 goals to date, but they just really haven't been able to get the ball deep in their forward line so far, and that's been the story for Wantirna South. In that quarter, it was really Ringwood that dominated through the centre of the ground, and they were able to drive the ball inside their forward 50, dominating the inside 50 count that quarter, and they obviously capitalised on the scoreboard, kicking 4 goals to 1 in that second term to hold a 14-point lead at half-time.
Righto, Frosty, we know you like getting your crystal ball out every now and then. What's going to happen in this second half? Did Ringwood's very impressive second term impress you enough to think they're going to go on and win this and probably put themselves in the box seat to try and get that 5th position?
I'm not so sure. Ringwood were very good that quarter, but Wantirna South, their intensity dropped away a little bit. I would expect Matt Clark to fire his troops up at half-time and then to come out full of venom this quarter. This quarter is going to be very crucial for Wantirna South. They are only down by 14 points. It's not a lot in this style of footy that they play, where they can move the ball very quickly. They just need to adapt a little bit more to playing a little bit wet weather football. Some of the younger guys that we've seen very, very good over the last few weeks, guys like Taylor Liggett and Jackson Freeman, they just, instead of trying to take the big mark across centre half back, just need to try and play the more percentage style football, and I can see them getting right back into this game.
Good on you, Frosty. Just for those who just tune in, what's the half-time score?
The half-time score is Ringwood 5-6-36, leading Wantirna South 3-4-22.
Good on you, Frosty. We'll keep in touch throughout the day, and we'll talk to you after the game.
I'll send through Twitter updates. Follow me at Frosty Baird.
Oh, you're kidding me. Thank you very much to Peter Baird, who's just shamelessly promoting himself through Twitter, and he's actually doing quite a nice job, Dyson Baker. Let's go through some of those around the ground scores that are just coming in. Plenty coming in at the moment, starting in Division 4.
Yeah, we managed to get a score from the Basin. It was 9 points to the Basin, 3-2, leading Canterbury 1-5 at quarter time. It's now extended out 8-6-54 to 3-6-24, 30-point lead to the Basin. Nuttawading 4-7-31, leading Forest Hill 3 straight 18. As we said, the Eastern Lions 4-5-29, leading by 3 points over Kilsyth 4-2-26. And big leaders, the South Belgrave Footy Club 9-6-60, leading Ferntree Gully Eagles 3-10-28, I should say.
7 goals to 1, I think, in that term by Ferntree Gully. Just got one through here from Churnside Park and Templestowe.
Templestowe 8-9-57, leading Churnside Park 1-1-7. So a 40-point lead in favour of the Dockers at the moment, as we reasonably comfortable, even considering the conditions that we saw pre-match.
Yeah.
So a fantastic work there so far from Templestowe. Only kept Churnside to a point that quarter while kicking 3 goals themselves. And in other scores in Division 3, 6-4-40, 18-point leaders North Ringwood over Boronia 3-4-22. As we just heard from Peter Baird, 5-7-37, Ringwood 3-4-22, a 15-point lead in favour of the Devils. In Division 1, 5-7-37. Lillardale to Croydon 3-8-26.
Don't you love it when the clubs just love adding up those scores?
Just making life a little bit more challenging, I suppose. So fantastic work from Lillardale just to open up their lead from quarter time, which was 5 points. In other scores in Division 1, as we said, Noble Park kicking away beautifully. They moved their score along to 7-5-47. They lead by 25 points over the South Croydon 3-4-22. Only managed to add the 2 points in the second term. Norwood 3-4-22, 15-point leaders over Scoresby. They kept Scoresby scoreless in the second term, 1-1-7, and all scores in Division 2 will run through them now. Upper Ferntree Gully 5-5-35, 9-point leaders over Doncaster 4-2-26, Montrose 4-8-32, leading Doncaster East 1-3-9. Donvale 5-4-34, leading by 12 points over Bayswater 3-4-22 in our EFL Gameday match of the day. And Rowville kicked away in that second quarter, 5-5-35, 22-point leaders over Mooroolbark 2-1-13. And the final score in Division 1, the Mulgrave looking to make it 3 in a row, 7-5-47. Away from home, leading that one 3-5-23 by 24 points against the Waverley Blues. And Park Orchard 6-2-38. Leading Sylvan Sylvan are leading 8-5-53 over Park Orchard 6-38.
Good effort there. Well done to you, Dyson Bacon, for doing some fine work around the grounds. Yeah, take a breath now. It's tough work. You're doing a fantastic job. Let's take our final break before we get into the second half action here at Donvale Reserve. Just before we do, Dan Senchik, got something on your mind?
Oh, I certainly do, Ben. Be interesting to see how Donvale respond in this quarter. They were well out of the game in that quarter, but I was talking off air that look, I think the scoreboard's a bit deceiving. The way that the way that Bayswater within 2 goals. Donvale's been getting their hands on the footy a lot more, and Bayswater have taken their opportunities. But if you look at the goals that Bayswater have kicked, 2 have been very opportunistic. One's come from a free kick.
11-9-75, Vermont leading Blackburn 3-3-21, so big leaders, the Eagles out at Moreton Park.
Doing a nice job. We're looking forward to Wayne Brash's very, very neutral report. And the Glen Waverley Hawks 6-8-44, comfortably leading the Wildest Pioneers 2-4-16. And in another one, we've already heard Kilsyth 4-2-26 to the Eastern Lions 4-5-29. Let's take a break here on EFL Game Day. Bayswater back out in the field. Donvale and the umpires will be soon. It's the Pies by 12 points in the battle for 4th spot in Division 2. We'll hear from our sponsors and we'll be back right here on 98.1 FM and on EFL.org.au. This is EFL Game Day.
Interested in great music? Need recipe ideas? And you'll find this and much more on Yum Cha Cha with your host Dee Copsey. With interesting guests, lots of community information and a selection of great music. Tune in 11 to 1 every Saturday here on your favourite station, Radio Western 98.1.
Let's go, boys. Good noise, boys.
25 after 3, Radio Eastern 98.1. Barry Connors back here in the studio and checking a half-time score for the North Melbourne game being played at Etihad this afternoon. At half-time, it's North Melbourne 9-6-60, leading Melbourne 5-5-35. The major goal scorers for North, Petrie and Tara had 2 each, as well as Anthony having 1. And for Adelaide, single goal kickers in Blease, Garland and Howe. And out of the game this afternoon is down there at Simmons Stadium in Geelong, between Geelong and Adelaide. It's coming up to the 1-minute mark of the third quarter, and Geelong 9-8-62 lead Adelaide 5-6-36. Now, do you have sudden fever, aching body, sore throat, chills, nausea, headache, dizziness? It sounds like you need medical assistance urgently. Now, it's difficult getting an immediate appointment with your GP when you need care fast. So, come to Akira Urgent Care, where you don't need an appointment and you won't have to wait. They're Australia's first walk-in medical and emergency clinic. Walk in at 157 Scoresby Road, Moronga, or phone them on 9839 3333. That's 9839 3333. Akira Urgent Care, your health, your destiny.
20% makes a lot of difference. Imagine your team kicking 20% less goals and being 20% behind on the scoreboard. Actually, it's not. Now, imagine using a Breeze tag account on Eastlink and getting a 20% discount on all weekend card trips. No need to imagine, it's for real. Open your account online at eastlink.com.au and get 20% off card trips all weekend.
Boundary mic on, boys.
On Eastlink. Now, let's give my mate Ross 20% more stick for being 4 goals behind. Hey, Roscoe! Eastlink, it's time better spent, like at the footy.
Program sponsor. In desperate need of some windows but your budget's too tight? Never fear, because the team at T&B Window Warehouse has the right solution for you. We have surplus windows to suit the needs of any budget. We're located at 120 to 124 Bayfield Road East, Bayswater North. Give us a call. 8727 7506. That's 8727 7506. T&B Window Warehouse. Don't forget the name. Part of the EAL and AW Transport Group. Number 1 in window transport. Program sponsor.
EFL Saturday Game Day continues. Let's head back to go local. Your footy.
Match of the day out at Donvale Reserve this afternoon. It's 4th spot up for grabs, with Donvale currently holding a 2-goal lead to 5-4-34 on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. Bayswater had a better second term at 3-4-22. Well, what were some of the stats that mattered thanks to Choose tapping that second term? Thanks, Braden Ingram.
Some of the most important ones, BWS, inside 50s, Bayswater 12-6 over Donvale. Certainly did pretty well there. Plenty of stoppages throughout that quarter, 33 of them, and plenty of free kicks as well in this stoppage best. Bayswater 7-6.
Thank you very much to Braden. Thanks to Choose Tap Match Stats, and of course Ben Waterworth, the EFL's media manager, to take us away for the second half.
12 points is the margin. 4th spot is on the line in Division 2. And we're back in the middle. Second half underway. Nevins went up, but Donvale getting the clearance. Kick off the boot was smothered. Jason Wade tried to claim the mark to Noah Vale. It might cost him as well as Bayswater tried to get it out. Wade, another kick was smothered. Third time lucky, gets it on the boot. His kick only goes as far as the centre wing position. In a race third, Jaden Murphy wasn't able to quite pick the ball up. And seeing it over the line is Jake Trotter. We'll see a boundary throw in. True centre wing position. Just in front of our Akira Urgent Care boundary riders. Nice to see Hall squared in Coring and RT.
Probably cubed.
On the boundary as well. That's a little bit rude towards the Hall boys, and I'm sure it's all taken in good hard as the ball goes up towards the full forward area. Thumped away from McInerney and over the boundary line and out of bounds. Let's cross down boundary side thanks to Akira Urgent Care. Arthur Hall.
Yeah, look, boys, we've got the bench for Bayswater. We've got Carlos, Hall, McLeod, and Jackson, and Hall squared I like because we don't have red hair, so we're laughing.
Very humorous. Thank you very much to Arthur and Corey Hall back on the boundary. Thanks to Akira Urgent Care.
He didn't realise it was me having the dig.
No, he didn't. As the ball comes out from Jones, it's a little bit wide for Wade, and we'll go over the boundary line out of bounds on the full. It'll be Hanley to take the free kick. He thumps it towards true centre half forward position. Who's going to be there? Nicely done there by Captain Pettigrove, and he takes the mark at true centre half back, and he'll look to rebound now. He's got a couple of free plays on the true centre wing position here, but it's taken here by Bayswater. Walton picks the ball up, got a hand pass further afield, looking for Burmeister. He did well to thump it further afield, only as far as the Bayswater defence. Back to Bayswater though, I should say Donvale defence. Now Walton throws it on the boot, up towards full forward. Crumb here for McInerney, he's into the game now. Wayne McInerney touched off the boot, and it goes over the boundary line and out of bounds. Dyson Baker around the grounds.
Other score coming in from EFL Reserve. Ball went 7-6-48, kicked away in that second term to lead by 21 points, 4-3-27 East Burwood.
Down the throw, Jane took it out of the ruck and kicked towards goal and put it through. What a start for Bayswater. Jane has 2. He's doing it all up in the forward line today. And Bayswater are now within a goal. Donvale 5-4-34. Bayswater now go on to 4-4-28. 6 points to margin on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. Great start by Brent Jane. Dan Senchik.
Oh, absolutely fantastic there, and it's all about taking risks now if you're down on the scoreboard and down by a goal. Brent Jane knows the risk of taking the ball clean out of the ruck, but he did it then and it paid off fantastically.
Thank you much, Phil Merton texting. Apparently there'll be a delay at Warrandyte with Wheatley, a badly broken leg, and they're waiting for the ambulances, so just watch out for that.
Pettigrove got the knockdown. Donvale surged the ball forward towards the Murphy direction. He had the back spot over the back of the pack. Purcell had to paddle it to his advantage. He did so to David DeStefano. He got quickly met. In there comes Jaden Murphy. Cleared the ball out well for Bayswater. Little bit of holding on at the half-back line. The ball's going to spill over the boundary line and out of bounds. So we'll have a stoppage right in front of the Bayswater bench here. This game is heating up. It's only 1 goal the difference. 5-4-34 Donvale. They lead at Bayswater 4-4-28. We've almost gone a couple of minutes here in the third quarter here. Nevins goes over the top, got a good fist away on it too. Went straight into the hands of Donvale, and they kick up towards the half-forward line. Who's going to be in position A at the fall of the ball? And Leach, he's got it. He wants to hold it in there. Kennell put his body on the line. The umpire said, let's let it go. Simon DeStefano trying to charge his way through a pack, and on his hammer was Ryan Hanley, who just wants to have a little bit of a word after it as well. The umpire's going to waste no time though, and he's going to ball this one up. It's deep inside the Donvale forward line now, 45 metres out from goal. Let's cross down boundary side thanks to Akira Urgent Care to Artie Hall.
Corey Hall actually in a big contest there. Looks like Joshua Bell's got knee in the ribs or he's hurt his shoulder or something. He just looks in pain. It'll be interesting to see if he comes back on very soon.
Thank you very much to Corey Hall. A free kick's been paid. It's going to go to Galvin across the half-back line. Joel switches the play now. That was a dangerous kick. It went towards Wade direction and he stood tall even though he's a little man, and he took a good mark. And well, if it wasn't a mark, it was a free kick. Got it onto Peter Grove, who kicked a sloppy kick up towards the half-forward line. Bayswater are going to get out of trouble here, you would expect, across the half-back line. Winterton, he had time. He measured the kick up towards the wing position. But coming in and taking a strong mark was Trotter for Donvale. Waste no time, kicks it up towards Tolche. So Carl Tolche has already kicked a couple of goals early in this game. He likes this end of the ground. It's his home ground, and he kicks it in towards Murphy. And he needed to come out and take a good mark. Murphy is nearly the cleanest player on the ground, and he's a key forward. And he's taken a good mark 45 metres out from goal.
He's an absolutely brilliant player, Nicholas Murphy. He'll use this opportunity to get Donvale right back on the score.
He's got a bit of height about him, doesn't he?
He's absolutely fantastic. That's what makes him such a good player.
Well, they've had a 2-goal plus lead for more or less the whole game today. Murphy will want to extend this 1-goal lead and put it through the middle. He gives it a fair old roost to the goal square. Purcell at the back. Well, you don't leave a man like Jake Purcell by himself on the goal line, and he takes the mark. He will inside the square, and the umpire said, well, it was actually just a little bit outside, Jack, because we're going to square you up to the boundary line. But as we saw in the first term, he was pretty sneaky with a banana kick from just outside this position. So Jack Purcell, he's already kicked 3 goals for the match. This is an important kick. It'll be number 4 from point blank range. He kicks it right across the face of goal and out of bounds on the full. So he gets the Bronx cheers from the Bayswater fans, and then the Waters will look to clear a little bit of get out of jail.
So on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard, Donvale 5-4-34 to Bayswater 4-4-28. We've played just over 5 minutes here in this third term. 4th spot on the line in Division 2. Kick up towards half-back. Ball comes to ground. Leach and Winterton were there. Toche was there trying to pick the ball up. Winterton went again with Toche. Good tackle though by Winterton. He didn't get the ball out. He was lucky there. He dragged it in. We're right in front of that one, but the umpire was blindsided.
Very stiff there, Winterton, not to get a free kick for in the back.
Yep. So Nevins went up in the ruck there against Kennell. 50 to Purcell. Thumped away from him. Numbers arrive at the back. This is Mitch Galvin, and he sees it over the boundary line and out of bounds. In a dangerous position here for the Donvale forwards. If they can put this one through, just give them a little bit of breathing space. They have not kicked a goal since the first term. They need to put one through, just give them a bit of breathing space. Boundary throw in here. Nevins went up. Purcell in position A. He was held. He goes off the ground. Wonderful smother effort by Russell Coombe. Ball still alive, and it's rushed through for a minor score. And it's back to within a kick. And Donvale go on to 5-5-35 to Bayswater 4-4-28. 7 points is the margin. 6.5 minutes gone on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard.
Well, Ryan Hanley, he wastes no time with the kick in. Finds his teammate, Matty Cunningham. They've got players out wide, Bayswater. Short passes on Schroeder. They're taking their time. This is good play. Clean skills up the wing position. Mark's been taken on further. So on the outer side of the ground, they only trail by 7 points now, Bayswater, and they look to surge forward again up towards the half-forward line. Big fly over the back that time by Jones, couldn't pull it down. Picked up there by Hayhurst, got a little grubber kick up towards the half-forward line. Donvale through the Magpies, they're going to go up towards the half-forward line now with a great rebounding kick. Who's going to be the first one out here to meet it? Cunningham's going to go for the safety of the boundary line in Matty Schroeder. And on his tail was Simon De Stefano, so the ball moved up to half-forward for Bayswater, and then very quickly it returned back to half-forward for Donvale. They have been peppering over the last couple of minutes. They hold a 7-point lead on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. 5-5-35 plays 4-4-28. The umpire is going to play a free kick straight out of the ruck, and it'll go to Donvale. So didn't quite see what that was for, but it'll go to Jeremy Kennell. So Kennell waits for the lead by Tawney. It was a good spot too, and standing in front of him was Wade. The umpire said it wasn't going to be paid. It picked up by Galvin, just got boot to ball and kicked it into the middle of the ground. Scooped up nicely by Trotter. He handballed it across to Jones. Snaps around the body inside forward 50 or nearabouts over the back of the pack. Fly by Kennell, went straight through his hands. Tolchi's down there too. Bayswater got the numbers. Good play by Galvin to squeeze a kick out across half back. Schroeder then creates the race. He's going to be out there. Oh, and players going in very hard and pushing it towards the safety of the boundary line. It's not going to go out though. Picked up there by Burmeister. Kick up towards the half-forward line or thereabouts. Jane got a fist on it and gained a valuable 5 metres. Let's cross down boundary side thanks to Akira Urgent Care to Corey Hall.
Thanks, Ben. Yeah, Donvale seem to be creating that perfect handball triangle, but don't seem to be using it as much as they should be.
Well, special comments from the boundary line is exactly how we like it this afternoon, Ben Waterworth.
Certainly do. Jason Wade, I tell you what, he's got a lot of guts backing in front of Big Chief Ben Tawney. He might have cost his side a goal as well, because Chief had that one in the breadbasket if Wade wasn't in the way. Got a secondary ball up in the middle on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard.
I think Wade was stiff not to be paid.
Yeah, he held it for a while. Umpire said play on. It's the Pies by 7 points on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. Trying to burst his way through there was McLaughlin, who's been quiet today. We'll see another ball up. True centering position on the outer side. It's Donvale 5-5-35. To Bayswater 4-4-28. It's EFL Game Day on 98.1 FM and streaming live on EFL.org.au. Thanks to the EFL mobile web app. Dyson Baker around the grounds.
Half-time in Division 1, Lilydale by 11 points, Noble Park by 25, Vermont by 54 over Blackburn, Baldwin by 21 over East Burwood, and Norwood by 15 over Scoresby.
Vermont's steam train continues to roll, as does Field. His steam train's going forward here towards half-forward, looking for Jane, and the marks taken by the caveman Tar, and he's got it right half back.
He might come after you after the game.
Very, very nice set of facial hair on the face of Zach Tar, and he's kick up towards true centering position in front of the Mark Freeman Trojan Footy AFL and 9 News signs. It's gone out of bounds. We'll see a boundary throw in true centering position.
In these conditions, Tara almost looks like one of those 80s players with the beard covered in mud, doesn't he?
Yes, almost Bruce Ball style. I know you'll enjoy that one, Dan Senchik, as ball comes to ground. Umpires pulled out a free kick. It's going to go the way of the Vales. Now, they need to make the most of it. They still haven't kicked a goal since late in that first term, so they've gone at least 40 to 45 minutes without a goal. It'll be Pettigrove to bring it in. He goes up towards half forward. Schroeder was just shrugged out of it in the end. And Mark's been taken by Di Stefano. He goes looking up towards the forward area. Trotter thumped away from him. Ball in the right forward pocket. Wade was there. Handball comes out. Now a left foot snap around the leg. Bounce is important, and it's just off to the right-hand side. And it's through for a minor score. Donvale 5-6-36 to Bayswater 4-4-28. We've gone 10.5 minutes on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. Braden Ingram, thanks to Choose Tap, some stats that matter.
Yeah, the inside 50s, Donvale had plenty, 7-1 this term, and the stoppages 12 so far, so still getting heaps of those.
The kick in from Bayswater went nowhere because Wade traps it across the 45. He's going to go for home, Wade, and he pushes it to the right-hand side and just offline for a minor score. So on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard, Donvale another point, 5 goals, 7-37. It's out to a 9-point lead now. Bayswater 4-4-28 as we cross boundary side. Thanks to Akira Urgent Care, to Artie Hall.
Corey Hall again. Looks like Joshua Bell. He's stretching out that shoulder, but he's just come back on the wing and he's about to take a mark.
So Hanley's kick was up towards that direction, but standing in the way there was Ken Orr. He's lifted in his third term, gets around one man. He goes looking for the Foss. Wade, he's behind here. Ball comes to ground. Leach is there to pick up for Bayswater. He'll like the boundary line here, and he did okay to see it over the boundary line and out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. 15 metres around from goal, Dyson Baker around the grounds.
Division 2 scores, Upper Gully by 9 points over Doncaster, Montrose by 23 over Donny East, Rowville by 22 over Mooroolbark, and Waverley Blues by 24 over Mulgrave by 22 over the Waverley Blues.
Lions doing a nice job against there, the Blues. Ball comes out, but only as far as Cunningham. Ball 50-metre arc, broadcast side. Players converge on the football now, and we'll see a ball up 45 metres out from goal. 12 minutes gone on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. It's Donvale by 9 points. 5-7 plays 4-4 to Bayswater. Ken Orr got the tap down. Joel Galvin went in hard as he always does. Great tackle from Jason Wade. Umpire from in the middle of the ground has pulled out a free kick. Now we'll go the way of Joel Galvin. He goes towards Truce and half-back. Hanley has to hold this one, and he did.
Plays wide.
Trotter goes over the mark. I would have thought should have been a 25-metre penalty against Trotter, but Hanley was cool and calm in the situation, and he's found a player in Combe towards the centre of the ground. It's a dangerous kick. Galvin's going to go in and make this one hard, but he left it for Field. It was a good option in the end. Kicks towards the middle of the ground. Foot race now. Donvale players going to pick this one up now.
Great pick.
Hayhurst did well. Carlos, in fact, it was. Picked it up. And he's going to get this one back now is Sean Carlos. Thumping kick towards the top of the goal square. McInerney will fly from behind. Is he going to be at the fall of the ball? He won't. Now Donvale can rebound from Truce and half back over the head of Trotter, but it works out okay here for Simon Di Stefano. Up towards Truce and a half forward position. Wade, the Foss. Oh, look at him. Beautiful mark very, very touchy. Look at the Bayswater coach.
Tawny's on.
He goes towards the full forward area. Who's going to be there? Running into the open goal should be Tochi, and he's put it through. Tochi puts it through for the Vales. I don't know if actually... In fact, it's Colinari. They look very similar. And Rob Colinari puts it through for Donvale, the goal they needed. They go on to 6-7-43. Bayswater 4-4-28, 11, 13 and a half minutes gone on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. Daniel Senchik, a touchy mark paid there.
Absolutely fantastic stuff there by Colinari. One thing I've noticed with Colinari today, he's always been very patient with the footy and waiting his exact moment to dispose of the footy, and he did it perfectly then, and Donvale, much needed goal there.
Bit of a scuffle in the middle of the ground, but the umpires let this one go. Galvin takes it straight out for Bayswater, kicks the ball up towards the half-forward line. Who's going to be the first to meet it? That was really good play to handball over the top. McInerney, they had players running wide, kicking towards the Jane direction. 2-on-1 situation. What's going to happen here? Bayswater, they might just hold this in and be happy with it, and so will Donvale. So right over that ball was Tim Hall. Let's cross down boundary side to Arthur Hall, thanks to Akira Urgent Care quickly.
Yeah, Ben, I just noticed that the interchange here, very, very quiet as opposed to the first half where it was frantic. So I don't know if people are saving their legs for the last quarter or not.
Frantic. Dyson Baker, let's go around the grounds, Division 3.
Templestowe by 50 points over Churnside Park. North Ringwood by 18 over Boronia. Glenmobley Hawks by 28 over Whitehorse Pioneers, and Mitcham by 21 over Coldstream.
Oh, the ball's been kicked to the top of the goal square, and Wayne McInerney in position A has just taken a mark that he probably shouldn't have normally been given, and his ball's only travelled about 6 or 7 metres, but he's going to have a shot for goal, and he's going to bring this margin back to within 9 points, you would expect, from only point-blank range. He's had such a terrific season. He had a couple of weeks off, but he'll come back in from 20 metres out, and he'll absolutely shank it and miss it. So you give a guy a wrap, and I virtually think that they put the score on the goals as well. So a bit of a let-off there for Donvale. Minor score is the result. So on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard, Donvale continue to lead this one quite convincingly, Ben Waterworth.
They certainly do. It's Donvale 6-7-43 to Bayswater 4-5-29.
Oh, well done.
We've gone 15 and a half minutes on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. Players just waiting to bring the ball back in.
Got to retrieve their own footy.
They do. Dyson Baker around the grounds. Interesting tweet from Frosty.
Yeah, apparently Matt, he's also at Ringwood and Rowville at the same time. Matty Stanley's gone down with a hamstring, gone for the day and possibly the rest of the season. Also another tweet from Joe Parker at Heathmont. Of course, we heard about the Warrandyte player going down during the second term. Yep. At that stage, it was 8-6-54. The Jets, Warrandyte 4-3-27.
Yeah, apparently, I think it's Clint Wheatley who's gone down with a pretty serious leg injury. And Phil Merton telling us that ambulances have had to come in and take him away. So thoughts are with Clint Wheatley in the Warrandyte Football Club. Hopefully they can lift in this in the second half. Umpires put out a free kick, and it's going to go the way of the Waters.
Ball.
So Paul gets it off to Schroeder. Left foot kick towards the top of the goal square. Jane was there. Ball comes to ground, still with him. Kick towards the goal square. It's just off to the left and through for a minor score. Jesse Field has been everywhere today with the dreadlocks, through for minor score. Bayswater 4-6-30, Donvale 6-7-43, Bendigo Bank scoreboard 16 and a half minutes gone. Dyson Baker.
Division 4, Sylvan lead by 15 points over Park Orchards, Nuttawading by 13 over Forest Hill, the Basin by 30 over Canterbury, close one between the Eastern Lions and Kilsyth. The Eastern Lions by 2, and 32-point lead to South Belgrave over Fentry Gully in the Colby Cup.
Yeah, let's cross to Braden Ingram thanks to Choose Tap Match Stats as we have a blood rule coming off.
Yeah, important stats here. Bayswater free kicks 5-2 in favour of them. Hit outs 6-3 in favour of Donvale, and the set of clearances 2-1 in favour of Bayswater.
Oh, he's a little bit croaky this afternoon, Braden Ingram, but doing a very good job.
Did you get injured this afternoon, Braden?
He's got a limp.
Just limping, maybe just been a bit soft, I think.
Boys. Did you win, most important?
Oh yeah, tore it up, boy.
Yeah, you apparently
Cadbury 9 style.
Apparently missed an absolute sitter in the goal square anyway, but Donvale, let's look at this game. Kick up towards the middle of the ground now, but players it back. Oh, Galvin, there was a 3-on-1 situation, but the one's going to win out. Jones kicks it up towards the half-forward line. In front spot was Hutton there. He wanted to sell the but he got tackled. The umpire let it go amazingly. Ball still in the middle of the ground. Bayswater, they're fierce with their tackling now, and now the umpire will come in and bounce it about 55 metres out from the Donvale goals. They'll be happy they'll have kept that one in there. Ball up now. Over the top, McLaughlin.
A ruck infringement for a Shepherd. It's going to go the way of the Vales.
So a free kick will go to Jones. Been really impressed with his game so far this afternoon. He's got Murphy and Purcell deep in the forward line. He might just kick it to the 2-on-2 situation. Has probably worked all so far this year for Donvale, but making his way to the front spot is Russell Coombe, who's been very serviceable for Bayswater this afternoon. Switches the play now, that's okay. So they've got numbers across the back line, Bayswater. They've just got to reload, be clean with their skills. Cunningham switches it now. Finds Carlos. In fact, it's Schroeder. He might elect to go back. That goes for the longer option. Towards the half-back line now. What a great fly and great mark by Simon Di Stefano. About 55 metres out from goal. We don't know if it's Di Festano or if it's Di Stefano, but Pettigrove said he calls him Di Stefano, so I'm going to go with that. So Simon, about 55 metres out from goal, has a short pass on. Mark's been taken there by his brother David. Got Purcell coming on for the lead. He comes out. One bite, couldn't quite take it right on his hammer. There was Coombe once again. He has support. In there is Winterton. Took the tackle, gave the handball out, and now Bayswater are away. Good mark there taken by Carlos on centre wing position. He's got play streaming through the middle of the ground if he wants it. He's taking his time though. Going to wind up now on the right boot. Sends it out wide towards the Hall direction. The kick was a bit of a shank off the boot. Charging out there for Donvale was Josh Bell, and he banged it on his boot and kicked it up towards the centre wing position. Who's going to win this foot race? Run over the boundary line by Sean Carlos. And we'll have a boundary throw in right on the outer side of the ground, right near the Channel 9 news sign as we cross to Corey Hall on boundary line, thanks to Akira Urgent Care.
Thanks, Benny. That blood rule a moment ago was Hayden Cotsford, and you got a cut above the eye, and it looks like it's pretty deep. It doesn't seem to stop bleeding.
It's deep, and the deep in-depth analysis is great from the boundary riders today, thanks to Akira Urgent Care. Going to have a secondary ball up, true centre wing position on the outer side. Pettigrove went up only as far as Leach. Good follow-up work there from Tochi. He got it out. Now out to Di Stefano. Back to Trotter. High kick up towards half forward. Big Chief Pawnee is in a position here with Cunningham. Ball beat both of them over the boundary line and out of bounds. We'll see a boundary throw in 60 metres out from goal. Let's go to Braden Ingham with some choose tap match stats.
Yeah, Ben, inside 50's just been racked up by Donvale. They're up 12-4, but can't seem to take advantage of them.
Around the grounds, Dyson Baker.
28-point lead to Norwood, 5-7-37. Tipped to a goal in the first three quarters. Scoresby 139.
Scoresby doing... Scoresby have been kept to a goal in the first three quarters. Well, the game's certainly been played on Norwood's terms, you would think.
Norwood are great at locking sides down. That's exactly what they've done.
Absolutely. Great effort by the Norsemen. Good comeback after last weekend. Boundary throw in here. David Di Stefano was tackled there by Field, and we're going to see a ball up.
Just legal.
50 metres out from goal. Was almost a high tackle. So ball up. Jones, he charged in as the third man there and gained it up towards Purcell. If he can pick this up at ground level, he's away, but Bayswater have the numbers. I see it over the boundary line and out of bounds, but great work there by Chris Jones. He stumped the ball forward about 30 metres, and it's now about 20 metres out from goal for Donvale.
Matty Cunningham for Bayswater looks in trouble. He might have done a collarbone or something here. He's holding his right elbow.
In the meantime, well done there by that man in Culinary, and it's holding the ball against Bayswater. You can hear the faithful in the coaches' boxes going up. They reckon they've had a pretty ordinary run in the past couple of minutes. I'll leave that one up to our listeners as Joel Galvin finds Jesse Field at Truson half-back. And on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard, 21 minutes gone. It's Donvale 6-7-43 to Bayswater 4-6-30.
So the mark's being taken out by Jada Murphy. He asked for the 25 and the umpire said, yeah, well, you can have it too, because, and rightfully so, it was over the man of the mark, Matty Liardi. So 25 metres, they move up towards the centre wing position now. The short pass on by Murphy. It was a good one too, as I said. Cunningham, watch that one, Artie. He's come off with an injury. Burmeister now across the half-forward line for Bayswater. The kick was an absolute shank, but it was luck's of fortune too, because it fell in the arms of Mitchell Jackson about 55 metres out from goal. He wants to squeeze it past. It needs to be a good one too. The ball hits the deck. Jones went in hard for Donvale, and he was happy to get himself wrapped up. Let's cross down to Artie. He's got an injury update thanks to Akira Urgent Care.
Yeah, that was Cunningham there. It's a forearm injury. He's telling the physio that it's not too bad, but we'll see how we go.
Well, it was great that he ended up coming off. Don't want to waste a position for the team. Nevins got the knockdown, but it didn't go to his team's advantage. Coming out, taking a mark was Hayhurst. The umpire said it didn't go far enough, so he banged it on his boot. Liardi now for Donvale across the half-back line, squeezes the ball around the corner, but Aaron Walton in position A. He took the mark on the chest, so he'll look to rebound again for Bayswater. They've got players on short. Coming out, Burmeister. It's a couple of marks in the last minute or so for him. finding space across that half-forward line. He'll be disappointed with his last pass, so this time he's just going to go for the percentage kick and kick it to the tall timbers up forward. Jane was the first one to fly, couldn't take the mark. The caveman kicked it outside defensive 50, went through the arms of Hosley, wrenched in a tackle.
Outrage from the crowd, but the free kick was certainly there.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
Took his head off.
Once again, Hayhurst giving away a free kick. He's been a little undisciplined in that area this afternoon. Ball goes into the middle of the ground. Trotter gets the handball away to Stefano. That was good running. Gets the 1-2 and then squeezes the ball across the middle of the ground. Here comes Jones for Donvale. Kicks it in towards the Purcell direction. He had one bite. His second effort was great too. Now he goes for the third. Picks it up off the ground. He's gang tackled by 3 players. The umpire's not going to ping him, but he is going to bounce it about 40 metres out from goal, where Donvale lead 6 goals, 7-43. It's a 13-point margin on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. 4-6-30 is the Bayswater Football Club. Tawny got it down. Hayhurst banged it on his boot. He kicked it outside defensive 50, and now becomes a foot race between Jones and Hall. Who's going to be the first to meet it? The boundary line wins this contest, and over the boundary line and out of bounds. It's crossed down to Corey Hall, thanks to Akira Urgent Care on boundary line.
Thanks, Ben. Cotsford, he's up and about. He's got a big bandage on his head, but it looks like he'll come back on.
Thanks, Corey. Tawny got the tap down, only as far as Tochi. His kick went about 5 metres wide and 10 metres high. A diving slips catch wasn't paid. It's gone over the boundary line and out of bounds. Umpires are confused. The boundary umpire said to throw it in. The field umpire didn't pay the mark. And Hayhurst swears he took that mark. But
that's why they call it a hospital kick, because whoever marks it's going to end up in hospital.
Certainly does. Now Jones, he is really lifted in his third term. He might have been tripped. He was. He's been outstanding for the Donvale Footy Club today.
Like a Trojan.
Yeah, almost workhorse-like. Start thinking of that. High kick up towards half forward. Wade, smart, experienced, used his body well. And he's taken the mark 45 metres out, 45-degree angle. Get to hand and pass off. Left foot kick towards the top of the goal square. Purcell over his head and through for a minus score. Wade almost could have had a shot himself. Donvale 6-8-44, Bayswater 4-6-30. 25 minutes gone. Bendigo Bank scoreboard. Dyson Baker around the grounds.
1 goal apiece to both Ringwood and Wantirna South in the third term. 6-7-43 Ringwood, Wantirna South 4-4-28. Still a 15-point lead to the Redbacks.
Mitch Galvin wants to be the kicker-innerer, so he takes the ball, kicks it from outside forward or defensive 50. Winterton took it, gave it off to Burmeister, and now the Waters are away. Ball goes in towards the middle of the ground. The kick had to be spot on to Hall, but it went over his head, so the first to meet it is Zach Tarr. Booted it off the ground, just went for the percentage pass, but Bayswater have the numbers now through the middle. Who's going to get it? It's going to be Galvin of the Joel variety. Little chip kick up towards a half-forward line. Can he meet his target? Aaron Walton fumbled what he probably should have taken. The pressure is fantastic from the Magpies, and they're going to rebound from the half-back line. Kick goes up towards the position of De Stefano, and he takes a good mark too. He looks like he wants to get on with it, but his teammates have told him just to steady, and even in steady, just go on with it and play on. Kicks it inside forward 50. The kick went awry, and it bounced inside. Luckily enough, it was meant for Wade, and over the boundary line it goes. Dyson Baker around the grounds.
Ambulance has just arrived at Warrandyte. Last 5 minutes, just about to get underway of the first half.
Wow, so it's almost delayed by half an hour,
yeah.
40 minutes. Yeah.
So the umpire to bring it in. This game is still in the balance. 14 points is the margin. It's down the end of Donvale. If they can get another one, they could nearly break this game open once again. It has been the goal-scoring end, the Springvale Road end, Doncaster Road end of the ground. It's out on that half-back line, and Galvin's given away a free kick. Bit of a soft one too. Kenor's going to take it. He wasn't happy about that one, Joel. So Donvale to rebound once again. They're going to go towards the Tawny direction. He's got back spot going for the fly. Was McLaughlin. Didn't take the mark, but he kept it in. Second effort was okay, but he went straight for the boundary line. Players asking for the deliberate, not so. Another stoppage. Braden Ingram, thanks to Choose Tap Match Stats.
Yeah, speaking of stoppages, we've had plenty today and in this quarter. 27 so far.
Siren goes out here. 3/4 time at Donvale Reserve, and it's the Magpies holding on to a lead as they have all afternoon. It's 14 points the margin out here at 3/4 time. 6-8-44 Donvale leading Bayswater 4-6-30. It's low scoring, but it's a tough affair. It's a great game, and there's still plenty of time to get out here if you want to see a ripper match. Dyson Baker will be back after this break with all the around the ground scores. That's what we want to hear as you go local for your football right here on EFL Game Day.
Saturday night is party night on Radio Eastern when we bring you the Flathead Parade, 7 till 10. We roll through 50 years of timeless classics, guaranteed to make your party go a whole swing. So put on your dancing shoes and join our team of presenters for the Platter Parade. More than just the hits. Saturday nights at 7. Oh, and you don't even need a partner.
Radio Eastern 98.1, this is EFL Gameday, and Baron Cons with you here in the studio. And let's take a check of AFL scores in a very interesting game developing down there at Simmons Stadium in Geelong. Adelaide kicked 5 goals in the third quarter. It's currently around about the 10-minute mark of the third last quarter, I should say, and it's only a 2-point difference to Geelong. At the moment, it's Geelong 10-10-70 to Adelaide 10-8-68. And so just a short score difference there. And Geelong have just kicked another goal. So it's now 11-10-76 to Adelaide 10-8-68. And the other game being played today is between North Melbourne and Melbourne at Etihad Stadium. And the current score there is North Melbourne 14-8-92 leading Melbourne 6-5-41, and it's the 20-minute mark of the third quarter. Now, you have sudden fever, aching body, sore throats, chills, nausea, headache and dizziness. Now, that sounds like you need medical assistance urgently. Now, it's difficult getting an immediate appointment with your GP when you need care fast. So come to Akira Urgent Care, where you don't need an appointment and you won't have to wait. They're Australia's first walk-in medical emergency clinic. Walk in at 157 Scoresby Road, Boronia, or phone them on 9839 3333. Akira Urgent Care, your health, your destiny.
In footy, the best players always get tagged. In Melbourne, the best and cheapest way to get around the tollways is to get your car tagged. That's because a Breeze account works on Eastlink and it works on CityLink too. Our tag's also the cheapest way to use Eastlink and CityLink. So open your Breeze account online at eastlink.com.au and start winning as a tagger today. Speaking of winning, my team's a sure thing for 4 points today and maybe the premiership. Come on up, that was in the back. Eastlink, it's time better spent, like at the footy.
Program sponsor. In desperate need of some windows but your budget's too tight? Never fear, because the team at T&B Window Warehouse has the right solution for you. We have surplus windows to suit the needs of any budget. We're located at 120 to 124 Bayfield Road East, Bayswater North. Give us a call, 8727-7506. That's 8727-7506. T&B Window Warehouse. Don't forget the name, part of the EAL and AW Transport Group. #1 in window transport. Program sponsor.
EFL Saturday Game Day continues. Let's head back and go local for your footy.
Welcome back to Donvale Reserve in our radio game here on EFL Game Day. It is Donvale 6-8-44 leading Bayswater 4-6-30 at three-quarter time. Some other scores coming in from around the Eastern Football League. A few interesting results, especially in that third term. Games really starting to come to a head. In the South Croydon Noble Park game, it is Noble Park out now to a 42-point lead, 11-6-72 leading South Croydon 5-6-30. Norwood, as we said during that last quarter, 5-7-37 leading Scoresby 1-3-9 by 28 points. Montrose 8-11-55 leading Doncaster East 2-5-17 by 38 points. And Mooroolbark just holding on in that third term, 5-7-37 Rowville to Mooroolbark 4-2-26, so an 11-point lead to the Hawks. Ringwood 6-7-43 by 15 points over Wantirna South. Apparently Ringwood having all the answers according to @FrostyBaird on Twitter. Boronia, this is a turn-up. Ben Waterworth 8-4-52 leading North Ringwood 7-6-48 after a 5-goal-to-1 third term by 4 points. And the final score that we've got for you so far is 8-8-56 Mitcham by 13 points over Coldstream 5-13-43.
Good on you, Dice. Let's cross down boundary side thanks to Akira Urgent Care.
Thanks, boys. Down here with the Donvale coach. Now, just one quick question. What do you have to do now? What do the boys have to do to get up here and get the 4 points?
We've just got to continue to keep working, winning the contested ball, driving it forward. You know, scoreboard pressure is the key. If we can get a goal, it's about their heads dropping and then we gain the momentum. So it's right down to the wire, and I wouldn't expect it any other way.
Thanks very much. Good luck.
Thank you very much to Corey Hall. Thanks to Akira Urgent Care with Donvale coach Brendan McCormack. They just need to pump it forward. The margin is 14 points. Donvale 6-8-44. Bayswater 4-6-30. So we're set for a big final term on EFL Game Day.
Daniel Sensic, how do you see this one panning out?
Some absolutely key matchups here. I mean, Jaden Murphy for Bayswater has always been able to find himself in a lot of space against his direct opponent, Matthew Liardi, and that can really hurt on the scoreboard.
So the lights are on. It's dark, but Division 2 is alive.
Lucky they're not playing in Bayswater. Hey, have a look at it out there.
It's looking very, very interesting. There'll be a lot of muddy players and a lot of tired mums come the end of Saturday night washing those jumpers. So there we have it. Final siren. Well, not quite the final siren, but the siren to start the fourth term. And it's Peter Grove getting the tap down to Casey, and he kicks up towards the half-forward line, but it's McInerney with a little bit of composure there, picked it up. Now they like to work it around. Schroeder just thumped it on the left boot towards a contest. Peter Grove came in and met it hard, thumped it away, wasn't able to quite get it towards the teammates' advantage. We're going to see a ball up on the edge of the centre square. Braden Ingram, some stats that matter from that third term. We'll cross to Braden Ingram thanks to Choose Tap very shortly. We're going to see a free kick going the way of Joel Galvin, who continues to win free kicks because he continues to put his head over the football. He gets a hand pass off to McInerney, who was very casual in that kick, and it might cost him as well because Donvale win the ball back here on true centre wing position. Casey immediately sent upon and true centre wing position. Now let's try to go to Braden Ingram with some stats that matter thanks to Choose Tap.
Yeah, in the third term, Donvale inside 50s 15-4, hitouts Donvale 10-3. And throughout this game, 8 of the 10 goals scored have been at the Springvale Road end of the ground or the end Bayswater's kicking to in the final term.
Good on you, Braden. Thanks to Choose Tap, Be Smart, Choose Tap Water, Yarra Valley Water on board.
It's delicious.
With the EFL this year, it's cost effective, it's healthy, it's just all of the above. Boundary throw-in occurs.
It's $400 a quarter.
Thank you very much to Daniel Senchik in special comments this afternoon. Ball comes out now, Cunningham. Tries to handball it out here for Bays, only as far as Wade. He thumps it on the boot, does Wade towards Purcell, but well done, Russell Combe. He's played a great second half. Well, the last 2 quarters have been fantastic from Russell Combe. He's played Jack Purcell very well, and he thumps the ball out towards true centre wing position. Through the hands of Liardi. Hall sockers it off the ground. He'll be happy with a boundary throw in here. I don't know, by Kenor. He keeps the ball in. Only as far as the Bayswater defence. They thump it on the boot up towards the half-forward area. Downfield free kick will go the way of Hayhurst. He'll play on advantage. No, the umpire didn't let him. He was away. He had Brent Jane one-on-one with his opponent. It's going to be costly because Donvale got some numbers back now. Jane calls for it now. He goes in that direction. Jane's got to beat 2 here. There's a big fella over his head. Who's going to be the crumbsy for Bayswater? Fields there. Socket off the ground by the Donvale defence. And it goes over the boundary line and out of bounds.
Bucketing down again here, boys.
Rain is starting to come down very heavily. Artie Hall, thanks to Akira Urgent Care.
Yeah, just 3/4 time huddle there. The boys are all very excited. This is for Bayswater. Very excited about coming into the finals. This is it. We've got to do it now. But the coach wants them to concentrate on getting the ball to their forwards and sticking the ball in the forward line.
Yeah, good on you, Artie. The team who's able to hold their composure in this kind of situation, you'll normally find wins out. About 20 on 12 players converge on this football. We're going to see a ball up in the left forward pocket. Let's set the scene on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. 2 minutes gone in the final term. It's Donvale 6-8-44, leading Bayswater 4-6-30. So kicked off the ground there to Noah Vale. Galvin will just want for the boundary line, and he gets it over Joel Variety. He's won a free kick. He almost fell forward, but he got pushed in the back. So he's got a free kick.
He'll have a shot.
He runs around. He goes for the banana. Joel Galvin towards goal. Oh, Joel! He's put it through! Joel Galvin gets the goal that Bayswater needed. A little bit of class from a class player. And the Waters are not out of this one. Donvale 6-8-44 to Bayswater 5-6-36. 8-point ball game. 2.5 minutes gone. Bendigo Bank scoreboard. Artie Hall, thanks to Kira Urgent Care.
A great effort from Galvin there. Only just a moment ago, he'd hurt his right knee, and I thought he was actually going to have to come off the ground. So he's really stepping up.
Oh, get around Galvin. Absolutely get around him. The tackling pressure from both sides throughout the course of the match has been absolutely fantastic. We saw there the bit stiff to give away a free kick, but that's the tackling pressure of the game.
Ball back in the middle of the ground. We've got an 8-point ball game out here at Donvale Reserve. Who's going to hold fourth spot this year? We'll only know if Donvale can get up this afternoon or if Bayswater can still stay in the race. Galvin's moved himself into the middle. He's down on the bottom of the pack. The umpire let this one go. It scoots out now. Good pick up there by Winterton. Got the handball away. Chopped off by Jones. He's been terrific all day. Squeezes the kick around the body. This is going to stay in. And a big mark has been taken and a little bit to go with from Wade on top of that. We're going to see a 25-metre penalty at the very least here, you would expect. Possibly even a yellow card. Will cross down boundary line thanks to Akira Urgent Care. To the boys down there and tell us what happened.
Yeah, we're still waiting to see numbers here. It's pretty hard to see. It was
Handley that got done.
Yeah, it's just a head-high tackle, mate. It didn't look too serious to me.
Handley drives the ball inside forward 50. Oh, there was a little bit of a spoil there. Tar put his hand on it when Jones was waiting for it, but then Tar kicked it off the ground and then races it out towards the half-back line for Donvale. Bayswater streaming across the half-forward line. Hall goes in there too. Could have given away a free kick. He has. Free kick goes the way of Donvale across the half-back line. This game's really heating up now. Driving rain. The kick goes by Kennell. It went absolutely nowhere, but have gained a valuable 40 metres or so. Let's go to Dyson Baker around the grounds with all the scores that matter.
Couple of scores in Division 3. As we said, Boronia leading North Ringwood by 4 points and Ringwood by 15 points over Wantirna South. Mitcham by 13 points over Coldstream. And in Division 4, Park Orchards and Sylvan not done with yet. Sylvan by 12 points over Park Orchards. Nuttawading by 25 over Forest Hill. And South Belgrave over an inaccurate Furniture Gully Eagles by 29 points.
Let's have a look at the Division 2 scores while you're there, mate.
Yeah, in Division 2, 11-point lead to Rowville over Mooroolbark. 14-point lead as in the halftime for the match of the day. And Montrose by 38 points over Doncaster East. And in Division 1, it's 28-point lead to Norwood, a 23-point over Scoresby, 23-point lead to Knox over East Ringwood after they trailed by 16 points at quarter time, a 36-point lead to Noble Park over South Croydon, and a 19-point lead to Lilydale over Croydon at three-quarter time.
Range just eased here out at Donvale Reserve with a very high tackle being paid against Bayswater. The free kick will go to Zach Tar across the half-back line. It might not be Tar. I think it's actually Nick Murphy who's coming. No, it's not. It's actually Michael Fenwick. So Fenwick across the half-back line. A clean kick up towards the wing position. Pettigrove comes out, takes a good mark. Screaming for 25 metres too, wants to move the ball on quickly, does so now. Lopes away and then kicks it up towards the direction of Jones, comes out, got one bite, couldn't quite take it, for the ball, plays all around it, and wrapped up in a tackle is Jason Casey for Donvale. Just forward of centre for the Bayswater, for the Donvale Football Club. Bayswater kicked the last goal in this term. They currently trail by 8 points on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. We've gone 7 minutes now in the final term. All players missed it in the ball up. It was a bit of a throw or a high time and kick it up towards the half forward line now. Big fly over the back. The ball hits the deck. They're going to have the numbers though in there. Looking for the handball was Cunningham. He's over the pill now, but a good tackle by Colinari just to hold the ball in there along with Pettigrove, and we'll have another bounce. Almost centre wing position here out on the outer side of the ground. 8 minutes almost gone now in the final term. It's an 8-point ball game as well. Who's going to win the clear position? Charging through was Cunningham. Tried to get a handball out. That's another stoppage. What are the stoppages at thanks to Choose Tap in the last term?
11 so far for the quarter.
The umpire's still not wasting any time. He's going to just throw it up and he's going to give a free kick away, and it's going to be Donvale Ben Waterworth through Jeremy Kennell to clear it.
So the Pies have only kicked one goal since quarter time. They need to put one through ASAP just for a little bit of breathing space. Kick up towards Zach Tar. Not quite able to take it. Cone got a hand pass off. Walton just thumps it forward. Socket off the ground though by Kennell. Might work it okay as Casey thumps it inside 50 just over the head of David DeStefano. Leach sees it over the boundary line and out of bounds. 40 metres around from the Donvale goal, right in front of the Bendigo Bank scoreboard, which says Donvale lead by 8 points. Dyson Baker.
Vermont 15-16, 106 leading Blackburn 3-6-24. A thumping for Blackburn this afternoon. Also, we finally got that halftime score from Warrandyte and Heathmont. 28-point lead to Heathmont in that one. Templestowe have kept Churnside Park to a goal in the first three quarters. 9-11-65 leading Churnside Park 139.
Hall got the kick and he goes up towards the half-forward line and seeing it over the boundary line was Hayden Cotsford, who's done a great job on Brent Jane today. Let's cross down to Artie Hall thanks to Akira Urgent Care.
Yeah, how much do you love your local football? These guys are already playing, and the temperature, I reckon, has dropped to near zero out here.
Beautiful poetry from Artie Hall on the boundary thanks to Akira Urgent Care. You're right though, Artie. Love seeing these guys go about their business. Contest brews here. Umpire says, give it to me, boys. See a ball up 70 metres out from the Bayswater goal. They trail by 8 points, 8 minutes gone here in the final term. Bendigo Bank scoreboard, almost a free kick against Fenwick to no avail, And we're going to see another ball up. When you're listening to EFL.org.au or 98.1 Radio Eastern FM, this is EFL Game Day, proudly brought to you by the EFL mobile web app. Taken there by Tochi, he gets it out. Di Stefano, short, looking for Kruger, but he's bumped off it though by Mitch Galvin. Kick up towards half forward. Jane in position A. Well met though by Pettigrove. Jane went in and won it again. Got a little hand pass out. Kick forward might work out okay. Here's for the Waters. Hayhurst, little chip around the body. He's good. And Tim Hall's taken the mark. And we know how much of a good kick he is. He booted a beautiful set shot in the second term, and this to bring the margin back to 2 points at the 9-minute mark in the fourth quarter. Dan Senchik.
Well, he thought about passing it off to Wayne McInerney, but in these conditions, you've just got to take your opportunities when they come, and he has to go back and kick this goal if there's any chance of winning this game.
Big time moment for Tim Hall. He's kicked one already today. This to bring the margin to 2 points. Hall's kick's on its way, and it's missed.
Andrew.
Off to the left-hand side. Margin 7 points. Donvale 6-8. 44, Bayswater 5-7, 37. 9 minutes gone. Bendigo Bank scoreboard. Akira Urgent Care Boundary Riders. Let's cross down near you, Corey Hall.
Thanks, Ben. You're just noticing how badly they want this one. The tackles are getting a little bit more malicious with every quarter, and it's just showing the spirit of both the teams here.
Kruger's got it for Donvale. He goes long, and that's a good option now at this stage of the game in the front spot. Going for a free kick and actually winning it was Tim Hall, the man who had the last shot on goal. He has it about 55 metres out from goal. He wanted the 25-metre penalty there, but the umpire said that's asking a little bit too much.
Tried to milk it how Peter Baird milks his cows for a living.
He's got Ryan Hanley short, who came on for a very good lead there. He didn't want to take it, so it'll be Tim Hall. Have another shot. He's going to go short to Burmeister. Stand strong. That's good jukes too. So David Burmeister is 10 to 15 metres closer to goal. He'll kick from 45 metres out. He's yet to kick one for the afternoon, and what an important one this would be, Dan.
Oh, absolutely. It would bring them to within a point, and it would get Donvale a little bit nervous looking at the scoreboard.
So David Burmeister,
been one of their best as well.
A quality player in the long sleeves this afternoon, always in and under, and definitely loves a goal too from 45 metres out. Kicks it straight into the man of the mark. You give him a rap once again, but they've got players at the full. Hall comes charging in. He may have won a free kick. The umpire said we'll have a bounce about 45 metres out from goal. Plenty of players getting feisty. It's a 7-point margin here. Neil Winterton at the bottom of the pack. The umpire wasting no time. He's just going to bounce it now. That was a good fist by Nevins. Got it to Burmeister. Handball over the top. No one's letting this pill get out of the play, and we'll have another stoppage thanks to Choose Tap. How many stoppages in this last term, Braden?
17 so far, and inside 50s down this end, 19 to 6 in this half, but just teams not taking advantage of it.
12 minutes gone in the final term. It's a home side by 7 points. Tochi kicks it outside the defensive zone, but it's a 4-on-1 situation. Doing fantastically was Colinari at the bottom of the pack to hold the ball in at that defensive 50-metre line. Let's go to Dyson Baker around the grounds.
Three-quarter time Division 1, 19 points, Lilydale over Croydon, 36 points, Noble Park over South Croydon, big lead to Vermont by 82 over Blackburn, 23-point lead to Knox over East Ringwood, nice handy 15-point lead to Baldwin over East Burwood, and 28-point lead to Norwood over Scoresby.
Well, Bell cleared it for Donvale, but his kick went out of bounds on the full, and it'll be Daniel McLaughlin to bring it back in for Bayswater. He's got it on centre wing. He wants to square the pass up. That was okay. Ryan Hanley takes off now. Short passes on. Couldn't quite find the target there, put his teammate under a lot of pressure. Good tackle by Kennell, but Bayswater somehow squeezed the kick up towards the half-forward line. That was okay. Winterton gave the handball off. The feed was good inside 50, looking forwards the whole direction through the back of his hand. Hayhurst was there and fisted over the boundary line and out of bounds. Good defensive play by the Donvale backs there, and we'll have a boundary throw in, forward pocket. 7 points the margin. We've gone 14 minutes here in the final term. Can Bayswater squeeze one out here? That's what they'll be looking for. The umpire throws it in now. Is there a free kick being paid? It's a Bayswater free kick from the throw-in, and it's going to go to Sam Nevin. So the big ruckman is going to line up for goal about 10 metres or 25 metres out directly in front. It's actually not gone to Nevin, so I don't actually know who that went, why that was paid for, Daniel Sensi.
Holding off the ball.
So it is Matt Cunningham who will be kicking from 40 metres out from goal. And this is the biggest kick of the afternoon. Currently 7 points of difference to get his side back within a point. It's got enough legs. Has it gone through the middle? He's pushed it through. It's gone straight through the middle for Bayswater, and they're within a point, the Waters. They've been coming back all afternoon, and at the 14.5-minute mark in this final term, they get to within a point. Donvale 6-8-44 and Bayswater are coming 6-7-43.
Absolutely brought the house down that one, and I think it all started with Neil Winton out on the far wing there. He took that mark and went quickly off to his teammate who delivered inside forward 50. Fantastic crucial move there.
So it's game on at Donvale Reserve. 1 point the margin on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. Just under 13 and a half minutes gone. Pettigrove and Nevins went up in the ruck again. Ball comes out though for Bayswater. Galvin got the clearing kick of the job variety up towards full court. A heavy contest and Bayswater win the free kick as well. Donvale fans don't like it. They've got to move the ball quickly. Look at the Bayswater faithful just telling him to boot it long. Jane makes the lead now. He ignores that and just bangs it on the boot. Hall's in position 8. The caveman Tar dropped probably what he should have taken. Ball comes to ground now. Umpire says play on. Umpire says give it to me. 30 metres out from goal. We'll see a ball up. It's Donvale by 1 point in the Division 2 match of the day here on EFL Game Day. All thanks to the EFL mobile web app. Pettigrove went up against Nevins. Casey came through there. And putting his body on the line, there was Cunningham, there was Casey, and there was that man Di Stefano. We'll see another ball up, this time 20 metres out from goal.
Here's where the Donvale defenders will want to get goal side of their Bayswater opponents.
Ball comes to ground there. Hall was there, but nicely read by that man in Bell at the bottom of the pack. Still opportunity here for the Waters. They've got the numbers just outside 50. Dangerous handball came in board. Thumped forward looking for Winston. Hall's got the ball now. He'll look to centre on the left foot. The kick is good. Field. Jesse Field takes the mark. And he's 20 to 25 metres out. 45-degree angle. This to put the Waters in front for the first time today. Dan, will he do it?
Well, will we be seeing another draw for Donvale this season, or will he put his side in front? That's the question, but fantastic work making space there, Jesse Field. Hopefully his goal celebration's as good as his hairstyle.
Don't be surprised, don't be confused. He didn't run out for Jamaica in the opening ceremony this morning. He's kicking for goal to put his side in front, and Jesse Field has missed. Off to the left-hand side. Scores are level, 6-8-44 apiece, Donvale and Bayswater. 15 and a half minutes gone on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. Dyson Baker around the grounds.
We've got a hard stopper here, we've got a hard stopper down the road. Doncaster 1 point up over Upper Ferntree Gully after kicking 5 goals to 3 in that third term. Montrose by 38 over Doncaster East. Mooroolbark by 11 over, Rowville by 11 over Mooroolbark. And Mulgrove by 33 over the Waverley Blues.
Oh, Di Stefano kicked it out, but straight into the arms of Jesse Field, who wants to move it on quickly. The kick goes up towards the top of the goal square. Front spot out here. Couldn't be quite taken by McLeod. Rushed over the boundary line by Josh Bell. And another let off for Donvale there. The ball's in the right forward pocket. 35 metres out from goal. It's all square out here at Donvale Reserve. Match of the day. This is why we've come here. We knew it'd be close. We knew it'd be great. Umpire throws it in now over the back of the pack. Pettigrove gave it a little bit of a fresh air shock, and Bayswater squeeze a possession out of this one. It's now towards the defensive 50 line. Good play by Casey to keep the pressure on, and we'll have a ball up about 45 metres out from goal. It's down Bayswater's end. It's 44 apiece out here at Donvale Reserve. We've gone 17 and a half minutes here in the final term. The lights are on. It's all happening here. Good fist that time by Nevins. It comes down the pack forms. Who's going to get a possession away? That was good play by Tochi. Just banged it on the boot, but it's gone too far out of bounds on the full, and Bayswater will rebound again. So Ryan Hanley picks up the pill on the outer side of the ground. You'd expect him to go long from this position. The top of the goal square is the place to be. Another great smother there. Donvale, they're doing it really well. Good play there by Simon Di Stefano, and he earned a free kick too. So he played the smother and then went in hard. So great bit of play there. The 1%ers all count, especially when it's all tied up here. The kick wasn't also crash shot, goes towards the boundary line. It's kept in though that time by Schroeder. Good tackle by Wade to hold the ball up, centre wing position right in front of that Channel 9, a footy EFL and Trojan Tools sign. Let's go to Braden Ingram thanks to Choose Tap Match Stats.
Free kicks fall massively in favour of Bayswater, 10-4, and stoppages 25 so far this term.
Umpire throws it up. Going in hard there was Jason Casey. He might have won a free kick. The umpire said no. The advantage was paid to Winton, who bangs it inside forward 50. Jane Howe had the front spot there, but the ball's gone over the boundary line and out of bounds. So Zach Tarr in the back pocket for Donvale. Goes short. It's okay. Finds Jordan Kruger. Usually the man who kicks in for Donvale. Nice kick up towards the wing position, went through Kennell's hands, picked up there by Nevins, scooped on it, got a handball away to Field, who banged it on the boot or close enough to inside 50. Hall was clever enough to keep the ball alive. Schroeder's in there on hands and knees. On his hammer is Kruger as well. Comes out towards Jones, slipped through his hands, quickly kicked inside by McLaughlin. High tackle is going to be paid here. It's going to go to Bayswater and it's going to go to Galvin. So
it's been enormous.
Oh, he's been fantastic.
He's been absolutely brilliant today.
He's going to go for the barrel too, you'd expect, and he goes for a mongrel punt kick up towards the half-forward line or forward pocket. It's going to be rushed over the boundary line, out of bounds. Good play by Zach Tarr. He saw it bounce, he saw it mongrel, and he pushed it towards that boundary line. So we're 15 metres out from goal. It's down the end of Bayswater. They've been peppering this whole last quarter. They've found themselves all square against Donvale after not leading for the whole afternoon. Can they get their noses in front? The umpire balls it up. Field was in there. Kick off the ground that time by Di Stefano for Donvale. It got half smothered. Ball still alive in the back forward pocket. Going in hard was Chris Jones, as he has done all day. The umpire still lets it go. Tochi, very clever kick. If the umpire lets him get away with it, it might be paid deliberate here. It's a very cheeky kick along the boundary line. It might be out of bounds on the full or advantage. Or
I think Bayswater won out of bounds. Out of bounds on the full, but they won't get it.
And eventually the umpire says we'll throw it in. So after conversing between boundary and field, the umpires have come up with the right decision to throw the ball in on the 50-metre line. Who's going to go up? It's Hayhurst. He virtually goes up unattended there. The umpire's going to pay shepherding as well. So a free kick's going to go to Bayswater. Advantage paid. The umpire's just let the whole thing go. The whole crowd stopped, including all players. And Neil Winterton has run into an open goal out of nowhere and surprised the whole crowd out here at Donvale Reserve. And they have hit the front for the first time of the afternoon. And they move to Bayswater 7 goals, 8-50. They lead Donvale 6-8-44. It's all happening. Let's cross down boundary line. It's got to be happening down there. Artie Hall, thanks to Akira Urgent Care.
It is absolutely going off. The crowd's going off. The players are going off. The coaches are going off. I'm going off. Have Donvale been in their forward 50 at all?
Well, they're about to go inside
to Ben
forward
Tawney.
50 now to Ben Tawney as he goes up towards the half-forward line. Sorry, Dan, I'll let you have a say in a tick as the ball comes out now. Mitch Galvin missed probably what he should have kicked in the end, but it might come out here for Bayswater. Kick up towards Trucino in position. They've got possession now. Kick was smothered off the boot. Might work it okay. Big Chief Ben Tawney put his body on the line a little bit slow to pick that one up. Big Ben. And we'll see a ball up middle of the ground.
Did what he had to do.
Dan Senchik.
It's all about meterage now for Donvale, there's no doubt about it. And I don't think a draw would be so bad of a result for the Donvale Footy Club. Put them about 8 points clear of Bayswater anyway.
Casey laid a great tackle on Hall.
Oh, let it go.
Right in the middle of Donvale Reserve, and we'll see a ball up. It's about 80 metres out.
Pretty sure the gap would stay the same given they both had a draw today.
From Bayswater's goal. Comes out now, Hayhurst. Got a hand pass off to Hall. He gets a little hand pass off to Murphy. Jaden Murphy towards goal. Out of bounds on the full. Listen to the Bayswater faithful. They love that one. Braden Ingram, thanks to Choose Tab.
Yeah, Artie, just in response to your earlier question, Donvale been inside 50 only twice this quarter to Bayswater 8, and free kicks, Bayswater still creaming them in that account, 13-7 in favour of Bayswater.
Oh, Donvale's kick out from defence has been mucked again by Jesse Field.
He's owning that arc.
He is. And Bayswater are owning Donvale's defensive arc at the moment. The ball has barely gone inside Donvale's forward half in this final term. And Jesse Field has got the opportunity to kick and put Bayswater 12 points in front before he kicks Dyson Baker around the grounds.
Scoresby kept a 1-goal 5-11, Norwood 5-7-37, win by 26 points.
Unbelievable game of football. Well done to Norwood. But all the focus at Donvale is on Jesse Field. This to put the Waters 12 points in front. He kicks towards goal. It's a little short, but it's gone through! Jesse Field puts it through, and Bayswater are out to a 2-goal lead. He's got one, and Bayswater lead this one by 12 points. Donvale 6-8-44. Bayswater 8-8-56. 22 minutes gone. Medigo Bank scoreboard final term. Daniel Senchik.
Absolutely brilliant stuff there by Jesse Field. It's been fantastic today. They've who'd have thought at quarter time that Bayswater would have kicked 7 of the last 8 goals on the scoreboard. You know, you don't predict these things, but I think the Waters are home now.
They've been coming and coming and coming. It's Nevins versus Tawney. Nevins got the knockdown. Bayswater look for the clearance. Little toe poke off the ground by Cunningham. That was serviceable. Went towards Hayhurst. He tried the same thing. Went absolutely nowhere. 3 kicks off the ground. Finds Bayswater inside forward 50. Jane comes out. Paddled it to his advantage. Jones cuts across for Donvale. Hot footy now across the half-back line for Donvale. They're going to clear it. No, that was good play there by Ancona. Got ball to boot. Kicked it up towards the Keno direction. He put a handball away, but it went absolutely nowhere. It was intended for Culinary, but Bayswater clear it and kick it up towards the half-forward line. It's going to be inside forward 50, scooped up to Hayhurst. Little chip kick around to McInerney. He's been sloppy all afternoon, but he could make do here. Kick to the top of the goal square. Which way is this one going to bounce? It's going to go across the face, and it's going to be in the left forward pocket for Bayswater, and they'll be pretty happy about that at the 25-minute mark of the last quarter. They're 2 goals up. They've been peppering for the last quarter and a half. They've found themselves in front, and you'd nearly think another goal here might just shut the gate. The umpire throws it in now, Tawney. It didn't go too far out. It scoops out to McInerney. Speak of the devil, Wayne McInerney. He pushes it across the face, and a minor score is the result, but it could be a valuable one, though, because 3 scoring shots plus for Donvale to get back in front now as we cross to Braden Ingram thanks to Choose Tap match stats.
Yeah, indeed for Choose Tap. Bayswater just dominating all the stats now. Inside 50s, up by over 10, hit out centre clearances. Just Bayswater, Donvale haven't looked like it.
Very handy point before.
Casey, his kick was smothered from the kick out, but luckily he's able to get a clearing kick. But as it has been all quarter, Bayswater are first to the football. Joel Galvin thumps the ball inside 50. Hayhurst is by himself. Oh, he couldn't quite take the mark. Jones is at the fall of the ball, kicks out from the back pocket. The kick might work okay. Dropped there by Culinary. Ball comes to ground now. Galvin's going to go in it again of the Joel variety. He has been enormous. And we'll see a ball up. About 80 metres out from Bayswater's goal on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. We've played 24.5 minutes in this final term. It's Bayswater 8-9-57 to Donvale 6-8-44. The Waters have kicked 7 of the last 8 goals of this game. Pettigrove went up as the third man in the ruck, but the Waters again have the numbers. Leach smothered there from McLaughlin. Now off the ground by Liardi. Up towards half forward, but once again, Hanley thumps it towards true centre wing position. Mitch Galvin, in fact it's Joel Galvin again, tried to trap the ball, but the ball was a little bit too slippery on that occasion. Umpires pulled out a free kick for a hold.
What are the free kicks, Braden, thanks to Choose Tap?
Donvale 7 to Bayswater 13.
Culinary up towards half forward. Umpires put out another free kick. It's going to go the way of Donvale. Ken Orr's got it. Wheels onto the right foot, up towards full forward. Wade was there. Didn't quite take the mark. He's kicked towards goal. As well off to the left. And it's gone out of bounds. Dyson Baker around the grounds.
Ringwood getting the job done by 17 points, 6-10-46 to Wantirna South, 4-5-29. And just an update from East Beld. The Rams trail by 1 point at the 10-minute mark of the final term to Baldwin.
Big win for the Redbacks. Will it be a big win here for Bayswater? They clear it towards the defence, out of their defensive 50. We'll see a boundary throw in right from the Bendigo Bank scoreboard, which reads Bayswater 8-9-57 to Donvale 6-8-44.
Baronia have toppled the ladder leaders 9-9-63, defeating North Ringwood 7-6-48.
Wow, that is huge. What a comeback from Baronia as Jones kicks up towards the left forward pocket. Burmeister is there for Bayswater. Immediately set upon that by Wade. Kick around the body towards the goal square. Might bounce through for a goal. And it has.
It's a goal.
It's a goal to Donvale. The Vales out of absolutely nowhere put one through and bring the margin back to 7 points. Bayswater 8-9-57. Donvale 7-8-50. 7 points is the margin. 26.5 minutes gone on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. That was out of the blue, Dan.
Very timely goal there for Donvale, but they're going to need 2 more to get in front, of course. So it's all about desperation times now.
They'll be after the quick centre clearance. The umpire's got to get this ball moving, and he does so now. It's Pettigrove versus Nevins. It's going to come through the arms there. That time of Casey couldn't get the clearance out. Winterton wrapping his opponent up in a tackle along with Joel Galvin. We'll have a bounce, a restart in the middle out here at Donvale Reserve. It's Bayswater by 7 points. We've gone 27.5 minutes now here in the final term. The umpire throws the ball aloft. That time it went down to Nevins. A little kick off the ground. Went towards Bayswater's favour. Scooped up that time by Casey. Snapped it around the body. Goes up towards the half-forward line. For Donvale coming across his Galvin. They're still in there. Keno did well in half condition to get around and snap it around the body. Kicks up towards the half-forward line. It's got a bounce in the favour of Josh Bell. He fisted it over the top now, looking for Liardi. He's got to be clever. He picked it up. He handballed it straight into Galvin, but charging through to Stefano. The umpire's going to call it back, and it'll be a free kick to Bayswater.
For a legging.
And it'll be to Mitch Galvin across the half-back line, and you know that he'll just try and slow this down, eat up a couple of valuable seconds. There's still time maybe in this last term if Donvale can get a clearance from this kick. It goes up towards the wing position. Keno was the player that flew in the middle of the ground. It was McInerney, got it on, banged it on his left boot, kicked it up towards the half-forward line. Trying to chop it off was Cotsford, going in really hard and doing a good job too was McGilvray-Smith just to hold up Chris Jones. And we'll have a bounce just forward of centre for Bayswater.
14-point win to Mitcham over Coldstream, 10-9-69 to 7-13-55.
Well, the ball was tapped in towards the favour of Walton. He couldn't get boot to ball across the half-back line. Casey nearly could have earned a free kick. Good tackle by Jesse Field. And we'll have a bounce 55 metres out from goal. Any other scores, Dice?
Rowville have held on 5-9-39 over Mooroolbark, 4-4-28 and 11-point win.
Look forward to Ray Baird's report after the game, straight after 5 o'clock with Barry Cotton around the ground scorers. Let's have this ball inside forward 50 or near about to Bayswater now. They're just trying to hold down. And there's a siren. Bayswater come from behind all afternoon and they hit the front going on the time on in the last quarter, and they've run away with a fantastic 7-point victory this day, and their season is still alive. Bayswater only 2 points now. They are outside the top 4 and an emphatic victory. 8-9-57 the final score on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. 7 goals, 8-50 is the Donvale Football Club. They started off with a flyer, kicking 5 early goals. They struggled for the remainder afternoon to kick the ball through the big sticks, and Bayswater, who's never let die all day, eventually found themselves in front, and they've really run out with a fantastic win today, Dan.
Oh, they certainly did. And everyone here, raise your hand if you tip Bayswater. I seem to be the only one in the commentary position who gave Bayswater.
I tipped Bayswater.
You tipped Bayswater as well. So
I tipped Bayswater.
Good radio.
Fantastic work there. But look, Braden talks about the free kicks and well in favour of Bayswater, and it comes down to Bayswater being in front of the contest most of the afternoon, and that's what won the game in the end.
That's fantastic.
Special comments today from Daniel Sensig, wrapped up in about 15 seconds. We're hoping Artie Hall can get the winning coach down boundary side. Neil Winterton, he's just embracing all the players down there. They're pretty excited too. He's making his way over towards Artie now, and thanks to Akira Urgent Care, is Artie Hall down boundary side with Neil Winterton. Thanks, Artie.
Neil Winterton with us here. If you want to have a chat now.
Yep, let's go down to Artie Hall. Thanks to Akira Urgent Care.
Yeah, Neil, a fantastic effort today. It was a really important game for you guys to win. 5 games against in the first, 5 goals against in the first quarter. Take it from there, mate. What happened today?
Oh yeah, look, mate, we obviously made life really hard for ourselves. It was a slow start. They were more desperate than us in the first quarter, which was really disappointing given how much we'd built the game up. But geez, my boys just never, after quarter time, they just threw everything at it. And that last quarter, you could just see how desperate we were. And, and it was just such a good win given the position we're in at quarter time, the conditions, even 3 quarter times. I think we're 14 points down, and we'd kicked 4 goals for 3 quarters, and then we kicked 4 in the last quarter, so it was fantastic.
Yeah, it was absolutely a great effort. I know the boys want to get older and sit with just a bit longer here. You've got boys like Joel Gavin and Hall and Hayhurst and that really put in their big efforts today. Just a bit of a chat about those boys and how they go.
Yeah, look, Timmy Hall was fantastic, mate. That last quarter, he gave us everything. He presented. He worked up the ground, and he was fantastic. Joel Galvin, you know what you're going to get from him every week. He sticks his head over. He's our captain. He leads by example every single week, and he certainly didn't let us down today.
Yeah, now we've got the big match next week, mate. We've got you up against Mulgrave. It's all coming together now for you boys. You've just got to keep that momentum going, and I'll with you in the huddles. And you can see the passion that all the boys have got. How proud are you of the boys today?
Oh, look, mate, words can't describe how proud I am. Like I said, we got ourselves into an unfortunate position. Well, not unfortunate. We were there because we didn't work enough in the first quarter, but we certainly, after quarter time, was fantastic. Now, we're still half a game out of that 4. All we can control is what we can do. We can win our last 3 games, hopefully, and hopefully things fall our way with Donvale. They're a fantastic side, so we're not sort of expecting them to lose over the next 3 weeks, but hopefully things fall our way and we can get through to the finals.
Fantastic, Neil. Go into it, mate.
Thank you very much to Artie Hall and Neil Winterton. A very happy Neil Winterton down boundary side. Bayswater's season is still well and truly alive, and we'll get the boys to follow in the side, the senior side, who are getting a very big round of applause coming off the ground. We want to hear that song, but of course, Braden Ingram, thanks to Choose Tap. You've already gone through your scores for us, have you, this afternoon in the final term?
The stoppages, yeah, and for the final term, sorry, the stats, yeah, final term for Choose Tap, inside 50s, Bayswater 11-4, hit-outs, Bayswater 8-4. They've run really all the stats today. Centre clearances 3-1 to Bayswater. Stoppages throughout the tournament, throughout the match, 33 for the quarter, but throughout the game there were just plenty of them, mainly due to the rain and just the scrappy centre square. Free kicks, Bayswater 14-9. They really got in and under in that last quarter and probably contributed to their win. And marks inside 50, Bayswater 3-0.
Great job by yourself today. Thanks to Choose Tap Match Stats. Dyson Baker, the scores have got to be streaming in from around the east.
Yeah, coming in thick and fast now. A few interesting ones.
Give us one before the song.
67-point win to Donny East.
Let's go to the song. Well, I'm certainly not going to agree with that. And the boys down in the Bayswater rooms, and what a happy lot they are this afternoon. Finally winning this match by 7 points after trailing for the whole afternoon, and then getting their noses in front in time on and virtually running away with the match. What a game it was. We expected it to be close. It was fourth spot up for grabs. Donvale could have moved to 10 points clear. Instead now it's Bayswater who inched that bit closer. They're only 2 points outside of the four, and who knows, looking at the record, looking at the games ahead, perhaps they have an easier run home, but only time will tell on how Donvale will respond. They've been a terrific side all year, and no doubt they'll be a little bit disappointed with today. But let's cross down boundary side thanks to Akira Urgent Care. Corey Hall is right on the scene. Thanks, Cause.
Thanks, mate. We got Tim Hall, great player. For Bayswater, one of the best players, I'd say. You played a great last game. So this for the finals, you had to be nervous in that last quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. It was like coming up from behind. It was always going to be tough. Donvale always fights to the last. You know, last game we ended up going down the last couple of minutes of the game, but this week we just held them off, and yeah, luckily we actually played probably the best last quarter we have for the whole year. So.
Yeah, touching on that one, do you reckon everyone performed as well as they should have through the whole game?
It was very hard. You know, wet day, you can't perform to your ability. So yeah, I mean, everyone put their thing in, you know, did their thing, so yeah, good.
And do you reckon you've ever sung that song louder?
Absolutely not. My ribs are a bit tender. I got crunched a couple of times in that last quarter, but so I didn't give it a mile, but yeah, no, it was loudest stuff I've heard, I reckon.
Yeah, it was great stuff. Thanks. Well done. Very well played. Down here with Tim Hall.
Thank you very much to Corey Hall down there with his namesake at Tim Hall down boundary side. We've got time for some more interviews, guys. So, get out of first gear, mate. We want to speak to Joel Galvin, who's been absolutely super in this game today and helping his side over the line. Braden Ingram, you've got something for us.
Yeah, the full-time stats are all these stats from after quarter time. The inside 50s, Bayswater 27-25. Donvale 21 hit-outs to Bayswater's 18. Bayswater dominated the centre clearances today, 7-2. And the free kicks, Bayswater 27-22. That was free kicks 4. And marks inside 50, Donvale 5 and Bayswater 4.
Okay, so Bayswater getting on top later on in the game. Dyson Baker around the grounds. Been doing a great job all afternoon. Some more scores coming in, mate.
Yeah, I'll take you through the ones we've got so far in Division 1. It was a 61-point win in favour of Noble Park over South Croydon. East Ringwood couldn't get the job done this afternoon. Knox 11-8-74, 28-point win, 7-4, 46 over East Ringwood. As we heard, Norwood keeping Scoresby to 1 goal, 5-7-37, 26-point win. And Division 2, 67-point lead to Doncaster East. We'll cross boundary side thanks to Akira.
Yeah, it's Artie's down there with Joel Galvin.
Yeah, Joel, fantastic game today. Slow start for you boys, but you showed heart. You really came back all the way through that game. Tell us about it.
Yeah, we had a good preparation throughout the week. Nice and easy on the legs. We really had this game. It's a mini grand final for us. It's
certainly
sort of do or die. We're only 2 points away from them now, and they've still got a couple of top sides to play. Preparation was perfect. Come out there and we were second to the ball. We didn't want the ball. We were trying to lay tackles, giving away stupid free kicks. Second, we got abused at quarter time, and second, third, fourth quarter, we knew if we grind away, we'd come back, and we pipped them by 2 goals in, I think it was. So no, it was a very pleasing to see the boys step up, especially all the young kids that we've got playing at the moment.
Yeah, you've absolutely shown the rest of the division, if they don't put the Waters away right away, that they're going to have to fight right to the very, very end, mate.
Yeah, no, the fitness level of the group is extraordinary. It's probably the best it's been for the last few years I've been down here. We're running out last quarters crazy at the moment. I think we kicked 9 goals last week, had a bit of a fallout against Rowville the week before, and the week before that I think we came home with it again. So the last quarters have really been a positive for us, the last probably 4 or 5 weeks. So no, definitely looking for, yeah, the fitness is up there.
Yeah, well, in the first quarter, obviously not the best quarter of the day today for you guys, but I thought, who was it, Matt Hayhurst, in the second quarter really stepped up and started throwing his weight around, and I felt that started to turn it for you boys.
He's a player you love to play with, you probably hate to play against. We love him down here, and if you know him as a bloke and a player, you love him, but playing against him, I wouldn't want to be behind him or next to him, because yeah, he does throw his body around very hard.
Now, I notice he's got the nickname Head. Is that from Rodney Rood, or is that just a club thing, or I shouldn't say anything?
Hey, Head. His little body compared to his massive head.
That's what it comes down to. All right, now, you guys, obviously, you've got to set up for Mulgrave next week. You need to do anything different? Have you got a game plan for that? How do we go?
Looking at the way the boys are playing today, and that ground is pretty heavy. I'm tipping it'll be a bit of a rehab tomorrow. We'll feel us to get together. Tuesday will be a light week, a light session, and Thursday we'll just cheer up ourselves, ready for Mulgrave. They win today, because they're going for.
Look, I'm not sure right now, but
playing some good footy by the looks of things, beating a few of the sides. So no, it's good to see them up and about again. But hopefully we can stop them next week and hopefully get in the 4 with the other Donvale playing, I think, Rowville next week.
Yeah, fantastic. Good effort today, mate. Go and enjoy that with the boys.
See you inside, boys. Thanks.
Thanks, Carl.
Thank you very much to Arthur Hall and Joel Galvin down boundary side. Thanks to Akira Urgent Care. Now, Daniel Sensic, you get a second take at this. You've watched the whole game from the special comments chair. How did Bayswater manage to get themselves from 4 goals down and in front, and then look like a side that were actually going to run away with it?
What they were able to do was their disposal in the first quarter wasn't too good. They kept on sending it out of their out of defence, and the opposition would of course send it back in, and that would hurt them on the scoreboard. But of course, what they also did, Braden talks about the amount of free kicks, of course, in Bayswater's favour. It's not for nothing. In these conditions, if you're first of the footy and you're in and under, you will always get the free kick, and that's what they proved today. Players like David Burmeister played really well given that. Wayne McInerney was fantastic. And Jaden Murphy's one I really want to talk about as well. The amount of times he was able to peel off into space against his direct opponent, Matthew Liardi, and be, say, 1 or 2 kicks away from the play was absolutely fantastic. He really provided a driving force inside 50 for Bayswater today. But look, Jesse Field, absolutely fantastic. Stood up when it mattered the most. And they're the goals that really win your finals. And look, if Bayswater can continue to close the gap against Donvale, they're 2 points behind now. They can continue to close that gap. They'll be making a few sides in that top echelon of the competition a little bit nervous, I would say, going into September.
Thank you very much, Daniel Sensic, doing a great job on the special comments chair this afternoon. But it wasn't just one game happening out in the east. Did you go local for your football this afternoon? Was it Dyson Baker? There was plenty of games, and there's plenty of scores streaming in.
Certainly not. We'll roll through the one that we missed in Division 1. Vermont 16-18, 1-14, defeating Blackburn 3-13, 31 by 83 points.
I just got another one through on the Twitter. The Rams 11-15-71 have defeated Baldwin. No, have just lost. My goodness. I gave everyone a heart attack. It says Rams win 11-15-71 to the Tigers 12-7-79. I don't know. I think they might have got that wrong. I'll wait for confirmation on that. But at the moment, we've got.
Well, that would make sense. Baldwin's only kicked a point in the last.
Should be 81. 11-15-81. Oh, I'm not sure. We'll check. I reckon it's 11.
Watch this space.
I reckon it's 11-15-81.
Yeah,
East Burwood have beaten Baldwin by 2 points.
Unbelievable.
Does that mean
is their season still alive, East Burwood, with a win like that?
After today, but Noel Park had a pretty good win today. So.
Dice, more scores?
Yeah, we'll jump through in Division 2. It was Rowville by 11 points over Mooroolbark, just holding on. In Division 3, a 17-point win to Ringwood, as we heard. A 15-point win to Baronia, shaking things up 9-9-63 to 7-6-48. Glen Waverley Hawks 11-12-78, defeating the White Horse Pioneers 3-7-25. Mitcham keeping their finals hopes alive 10-9-69, a 14-point win over Coldstream 7-13-55. 19-14, 128. The Basin in Division 4 defeating Canterbury 4-9-33. Nunawading 7-13-55, a 32-point win over Forest Hill 3-5-23. And the final one we got in Division 4 so far is 8-13-61 Hillside over the Eastern Line 7-10-46. We got the Basin one.
Yep, that was the Basin.
Park Orchards. Sylvan 14-8-92 defeating Park Orchards 7-7-49. That's all we've got for you so far.
Very nicely done, Dyson. We're going to start rounding up our votes here for the Narellan Pools Player of the Day, and of course our Trojan Workhorse for the afternoon. We'll do a 3-2-1 situation. I think Dyson Baker's working too hard, so Braden Ingram's going to be our scribe this afternoon. And of course we're going to start with our special comments man, because he saw it how it was this afternoon. Daniel Sensick, your 3-2-1.
All right, for one vote I gave to Jesse Field. Delay just stood up in that last bit of play there and put his side in front was absolutely fantastic. For 2 votes, well, you can raffle this one. I gave it to Tim Hall. I thought he was absolutely brilliant all day long, getting in for the hard ball and taking a few really good contested marks as well. But for 3 votes, I just cannot go past Joel Galvin. He was absolutely fantastic and kept Bayswater in the match when they really looked a bit out of it. So I'm giving him 3 votes.
And no apologies to any Donvale players, seeing that they were in front until the last 8 minutes of the match and you haven't given one of them a vote?
Well, look, there's plenty of good players for Donvale, but you just can't go past the Bayswater players. Those last 3 quarters, the way they all stood up. And you've got to remember that the lead that Donvale built was mostly in the first quarter. So there you go.
Thank you very much to Daniel Sensick. We're going to go to our stats man now. I'm going to put him under a little bit of pressure, our scribe this afternoon. He's only been here since quarter time, but he knows his footy. He's already played footy today. Bit of an injury, but he'll live. Braden Ingram, how did you see your 3-2-1?
Thanks, BWS. Yeah, look, today, plenty of players great from both sides. As you said, Donvale in front for much of the entire game, so certainly got a vote from me. I thought Christopher Jones, he was super today. Gave him my 1 vote. 2 votes to Jesse Field. He was everywhere. You guys mentioned him heaps, and but 3 votes Joel Galvin. You guys did call him a lot today. He had plenty of the prune, was in and under, and really I think he's a very good chance for our Powerade goal of the day today. Kicked a super goal from the boundary, which really got the Bayswater boys up and about.
Well, it's funny you should mention that, because I think we may as well just award it now, shall we, gentlemen? Ben Waterworth, Joel Galvin, the Powerade goal of the day, kicked in the last quarter.
Not only was it just a great snap around the body, but the timing of it as well. I think it brought the Waters back within to about a goal, so I don't think it's a no-brainer Joel Galvin Powerade goal of the day.
Well, we were excited during the week when we found out that Artie Hall was going to make his long-awaited return, and he rocked up today. He was here early, he was punctual, he had his spot on the boundary line, and he looked like he really enjoyed himself too in his media jacket, and we're going to get his 3-2-1.
I absolutely thoroughly enjoyed myself today. It was really tough to pick the 3-2-1 today. To look at a game of quarters then halves. I felt that in the end I've given 1 point to Joel Galvin, I've given 2 to Timmy Hall, and I've given my 3 votes to Winterton. I thought in the last quarter in particular, he was the catalyst. He got it all going, and also seeing him in the huddle and the words and the way he spoke to his team. That's why I've given him my 3.
He's a perfect leader, isn't he, Neil Winterton, coming to Bayswater this year and really giving the club a big chance to go forward and play the finals later on this year. Corey Hall, the junior version of Artie, he's probably more experienced these days too. Great job on the boundary line today, Causa. How did you see the 3-2-1?
Yeah, it was great stuff out there by both teams. All players played really well. I had to give 1 vote to, and this might be a bit controversial here, but Zach Tarr in the defence. He just played a great game.
Very good.
He just
Caveman.
He just kept going, kept coming at the ball. 2 I'll give to Tim Hall, because he just in that last quarter he just blew everyone away, and I couldn't believe how well he played to bring the team back. And 3rd's Joel Galvin, because he just blew the team away. He played the whole game and he played 4 quarters.
Yeah, he's a very popular player down at Bayswater, are the Galvin boys, and they're super in these type of situations. They know the big games and they know how to deliver in the big games, don't they, Ben Waterworth, with your 3-2?
They certainly do, and I couldn't go past. I had to sneak Chris Jones in for Donvale for 1 vote. He was tireless in the first 3 quarters. Dropped away with Donvale a little bit in the last quarter, but he was enormous. Dave Burmeister gets my 2 votes. He was enormous as well. But even more enormous is that man in Joel Galvin. In the man in the long sleeves, every time I see this guy play, he just continues to put his head over the footy. Won so many free kicks today, probably would have won half of Bayswater's free kick count. It's because his head's over the footy all the time. He's desperate. He leads by example. He's the captain of the side, and I don't think there's any doubt that he should be the player of the day today. Dyson Baker, some around in the ground scores.
You'd be shattered if you're Mulgrave. They led by 33 points at 3/4 time, but barring that result, which we haven't got yet, Doncaster have got up by 9 points over the Undie at 7-6-48, a 46-point lead.
Keep going, mate.
I'll keep going. Ringwood-Wantirna South, 17-point lead, 17-point win, I should say, to Ringwood. Churnside Park managed to kick a goal in the last quarter, but Templestowe too good. 10-11-71, a 51-point win to the Dockers, 2-8-20 Churnside Park. Boronia in the big shake-up, 9-9-63 by 15 points over North Ringwood. Kicked the last, what are we talking, 6 goals of the game. Glenwaverley Hawks 11-12-78, 53-point winners over the Whitehorse Pioneers 3-7-25. Mitcham 10-9-69, 14-point winners over Coldstream 7-13-55. Into Division 4 and Sylvan, a 43-point win over Park Orchards. Nuttawading, a 32-point win over Forest Hill. Big win to the Basin over Canterbury, 19-14, 128. 95-point win, 4-9-33 Canterbury. Kilsyth 8-13-61, 15-point winners over Eastern Lions, 7-10-46.
Thank you very much to Dyson Baker around the grounds this afternoon. Well, it's time for my 3-2-1 for the Narellan Pools Player of the Day, and I don't know if it'll all come down to this, because it certainly won't, because my best on ground, well, we may as well start with him. Joel Galvin gets 3 votes today. What a super performance. He single-handedly, you would have thought, during that second quarter, kept his side alive, and he created many a contest and created many a ball as well. So hats go off to him. We've talked him up a lot. We had a chat to him. He's wrapped with his game. He's wrapped with the team's performance, let's face it. That's what these Galvin boys are all about. I gave 2 votes to Ryan Hanley today for Bayswater. I thought he was fantastic. Across the half-back line, he made his way up towards the wing position. He was creating a lot of space. He was actually a very clever footballer earlier on in the piece when they were down for Bayswater, and he kept a cool head in most situations, and I was really impressed with his gameplay today. Chris Jones gets my 1 vote for the afternoon from the Donvale Football Club. When you talk about a player who worked tirelessly for the whole afternoon, this guy definitely fits the bill. You have a look at him, you don't think he's going to be a superstar, you don't think he's going to have the greatest skills, but the amount of effort he goes in for those second, third contests, he works tirelessly across the ground, and I was really impressed with his performance today. So that's my 3-2-1. And Braden, could you announce the winner for us?
Yeah, well, certainly no surprises here. Joel Galvin tore it up on the field today, and he tore it up on our votes as well. 16 votes to him, coming in a pretty far away second. Tim Hall with 6. Neil Winston and Jesse Field 3 votes, and then scattered everywhere. Chris Jones with 3 as well. Burmeister and Handley with 2, and Zach Tarr with 1 vote.
Congratulations goes to Joel Galvin of the Bayswater Football Club. He is being named Player of the Day. Thanks to Narellan Pools, he'll receive a great voucher down there, and he can go down and spend it whichever way he likes. And of course, it's not the only award we have out here on EFL Game Day. We of course have the Trojan Tools Workhorse of the afternoon, who receives a magnificent toolbox filled to the brim with quality Trojan tools. I haven't really bestowed this on anyone this afternoon, so maybe we'll throw up a few names. Actually, if I had to pick one, I would agree with Ben Waterworth, 2-voter, and David Burmeister, I thought, was a very workhorse-like this afternoon. Would you agree, Dan?
Oh, certainly. That was what I was going to say. David Burmeister, absolutely brilliant performance today. You know, he got in and under for the hard ball all day. He missed a goal out here before, and you could just see the disappointment on his face. He just bleeds for the club. Absolutely Trojan Workhorse performance today.
Well, congratulations to David Burmeister. He wins the Trojan Workhorse of the afternoon, and he was probably the dirtiest player from the 10-minute mark of the first term, and he carried that right through to the end of the game. He's a big-name player as well, and he'll enjoy his prize thanks to Trojan Tools. Dyson Baker around the grounds. There's got to be more scores come through.
Yeah, we just had one come through from... we had that score from Blackburn and Vermont, obviously, an 83-point win to Vermont. Still waiting on scores from Lilydale. With the Waverley Blues, obviously we know what's going on with Warrandyte. They're about half an hour behind. Remember to tune into the Bendigo Bank Saturday night scoreboard for the final score of that one, and just waiting for the final score at South Belgrave and the Ferntree Eagles.
Thank you very much to Dyson. Be sure to stay tuned to 98.1 Radio Eastern after 5 o'clock today, because our man in the studio, Barry Kotz, has got an hour of action-packed interviews and scores for you this afternoon. We have Peter Baird. It's a Baird versus Baird, like it was a Hall versus Hall and a Ben versus Ben today. And Ray Baird was out at the Mooroolbark versus Rowville game. He won't have been able to wipe the smile off his face. You can just see it now, Raymond, and I look forward to seeing him tomorrow and hearing his report. Peter Baird, of course, was out at Jubilee Park Park for Ringwood taking on Wantirna South. Have we got a final score through for that game, Dice?
Yeah, 17-point win to the Redbacks, 6-10-46 over Wantirna South's 4-5-29.
And of course, we have Wayne Brasham at the Vermont versus Blackburn game.
That'll be a very neutral report out there between Blackburn and Vermont. Vermont winning.
How did we go?
I think we went very, very well. Maybe Dice, just before we sort of sign off, maybe just run through the scores that we've got so far.
Yeah, I'll roll through. Started with Division 1. We haven't got Lilydale yet. Waiting for that one to come through. Noble Park 15-7-97, a 61-point win over South Croydon 5-6-36. Vermont 16-18-114. Brushes Boys 83-point win over Blackburn 3-13-31. Knox 11-8-74, 28-point win over East Ringwood 7-4-46. A 2-point win to the Rams over Baldwin 11-15-81, defeating Baldwin 12-7-79. A low-scoring encounter between the Norsemen and the Magpies 5-7-37, a 26-point lead to the Norsemen. Scores be 1-5-11. In Division 2, Doncaster 12-6-72 had a 9-point win over Upper Ferntree Gully.